You still proud of your team, right? Yeah, I know, I know. I just thought about though, if you're looking for something uh, if the defense continues to play like this, we could keep D'Amico. This was a bad game. Usually, I'll never go along with the it's all Jimmy's fault, people, but usually it's something the offense could have done better to help win the game. But today, unless they plan on scoring 50 points, there was no way they're going to win that game. Uh, Strangely enough, uh, in fact, this is because we were from behind, right? This is the first time I see Jimmy with 26 for 37. 37. I've never seen him throw 40 times. Uh, 303 yards. Uh, you know, I don't want to see it again either. We had no run game, and this the 49ers. That's not 49er football. Not what this coach is not. Uh, Jeffrey Wilson Jr. had 64 yards. The newly acquired Christian McCaffrey, he had 30. Is that 38? And we're not going to win any games like that. Let me see the receivers. Uh, yeah, okay. Yeah, George Kittle. Oh, yeah, George had a nice day though. George had 98 yards. Brandon Ayuk had 82. We actually, if we had a run game today, this is the kind of what you want. This is the kind of balance you want. That's good. Even Juice was involved today, 42 yards. Um, McCaffrey had 24. See, if you could get that kind of production, and I normally you're probably not going to see that many because Jimmy's not going to be throwing 37 times, but you get that kind of production and a run game to go along with it. I think the 49ers look like dead meat today. The offensive line is going to have to improve at least a little bit. I don't know what they're going to do. The thing is, it worries me. What are they going to do to help that offensive line? There's nothing they can do. Those are the guys we got, and those are the guys we're going to have. Now, the Kansas City Chiefs pass rush is better than I had thought. I was watching them, and I guess I should have known that the Bills' offensive line is a little better than ours. But wow. They were flooding the backfield within split seconds of the snap. So, I don't remember them doing that last week. But can't compare the 49ers offensive line with that of the Bills by any stretch of the imagination. So we do have a problem. Well, the 49ers got to look at film, and they got to figure out, is there anything we can do to offset that? And you know how people complain about George Kittle. He can play. He almost got 100 yards today. But if he's getting 100 yards, then the offensive line is struggling. You see what happened there? So that's why when everybody's always complaining about George Hill, well, if he's just going to be here and all he's going to do is block, then why is he getting paid all that money? Well, now you know. Because if George stays in the blocks, maybe we do a little better. But if he's out there running route and killing people, George give you 100 yards a week. No problem. So we got a real problem. No, Kyle's got a real problem. I don't know what they're going to do. That's what really worries me. It looks hopeless. Well, let's see. We get well against the Rams every time we play them. Let's see what happens next week. But I'm shocked by that. I did not expect that kind of a letdown. I really didn't see that coming at all. Rakeem, thanks. He says this was a poo-poo. I know, right? Most people are surprised by that. Not like that. They might lose, but not just get smeared. Unbelievable. They look just awful. And when I say just look awful, I mean every damn last one of them, except for maybe 2 or 3 players. For those who hate Jimmy, you blame it on them all you want to. But the truth is, we smelled everywhere. Oh, my God. Drops. To the point you could see all the drops. USMC 49er, if I had $1 every time this team came up 3 and long, I would buy the team and fire everybody. Bet CMC wishes he was back in Carolina after today. I was thinking the same thing during the game. You're looking at him on the sidelines. Fam, remember, it's after the game. Don't go on and on. When I say we got to stop because production will cut us off, okay? And I know I love you, but we just can't go on and on with with one person complaining for too long. Okay, please, fam. All right, T-Flow.
Yeah, what's up, Ronbo?
T-Flow, misery and pain and suffering. And you were right.
Well,
You
it was
know, you
it was
knew this
kind
was
of
going to
given because
happen.
look at we lose to teams that we're supposed to beat. We're supposed to beat the crap out of Chicago. We lost to them. We're supposed to beat Denver. We lost to them. We're supposed to beat Atlanta. We lost to them. Now we're playing a great team in the Chiefs, and
And
we're
we
supposed
added
to
to it.
win.
We lost them too.
Yeah, like I don't get how we're supposed to win, and we're barely winning against teams that are not even that good. Like our defense really hasn't played a good offensive weapon team
Until
like
today.
the Chiefs. Where we were down our cornerbacks, Mooney Ward. He wasn't 100% healthy.
Got
He
smoked.
tried. So
Yep.
yeah, he's gonna get beat. Like we went almost all in on a running back that basically we need bigger needs. Offensive line, another cornerback. Like
But T-Flow,
but instead we get
there's no offensive lineman to be had. There really isn't.
but yeah, but I know though, but I'm just saying like Kyle is a bad preparation, doesn't know how to get this team prepared, offense and defense. Still, we're still not putting up points. Like we got to put up points against a wide receiver teams that can score points, like offensive teams that can score points. Kyle is not a really good running game specialist. It must have been Mike McDaniels because the running game sucks. It's abysmal. And we got outperformed by the Chiefs, and they're not even known for running.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just ran all over us.
As a matter of fact, let me see the Chiefs stats as far as running.
Like yeah, like I just don't get it. Like what is Kyle doing?
Oh, they did. They got 112 yards. We got 101.
And not only that, like what is Kyle doing for the preparation of the offense and with the defense? Like what is he doing? Because we all know Kyle has his hands full in everything. Our special team sucks. Like I thought we put money.
Don't get me started on them. God.
Yeah, so it's like we lost in all phases. Like we got defeated, and not even once under Harbaugh, our defense never looked like that.
No.
So
That's the thing about our
even,
defense is good with Harbaugh, for sure.
Yeah, but I just don't get what's going on with Kyle Shanahan. Like I think he has too much on his plate, running the offense, running the team, running the whole team. It's like he needs to focus on one thing and one thing only. If you're gonna be a head coach, give your offense to somebody else to call the plays, to put the schemes in, because your schemes are good. Just let someone else call it. Because
Mcglinchey is under fire now that Did they win today? The Dolphins?
They play tonight.
Okay, yeah. We might get Mike back soon. That's not all I want to
Look at the defensive coordinator in the Jets, and Bob Saleh is doing pretty good in his offense.
Yeah, they're doing well.
And like I don't know, and not only that, this is how you know from the great coaches between Seattle and the 49ers.
I know.
Seattle lost everybody,
they're still competing. T-Flow, we got to go.
We have weapons, and we can barely score.
We're going to get cut off. I'm going to see you tomorrow, okay? You and Allie have a great night. All right, fam.
Good night.
Good night, Allie.
All right, good night.
You too. Santana. Oh, God. K-Boy.
Yeah, what's up, Ronbo?
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is very, very, very humbling. I thought we would come out with. I mean, we did in the first half, but we missed out on some opportunities. And we just got deflated after that. Especially after the turnover that Jimmy G threw in the end zone. But they really didn't too much hurt us. They went down there and missed the field goal, so I really don't really count that.
Well, it could have been a momentum swing, is what that was. Because most of the time Jimmy's INTs don't result in the other team scoring, but it does kill the momentum. And you get all the way down to the end zone and don't score right on the end zone. Good.
Right.
That's a
We got to take advantage of them opportunities. We down in the red zone, we kick 2 field goals and have a pick. Yeah, that's just very heartbreaking right there and momentum breaking. But overall, I give the team a D- because how we played in that first quarter and in the second part of the first part of the second quarter. But I mean, after that, it was just very lackluster. And I do believe I agree with T-Flow when he said I think Shanahan has too much on his plate. He needs to find somebody that can direct that offense. Maybe he can call the plays when it's game day, but he need to concentrate on other stuff.
That was Mike.
And I think this is the it was, and now it's getting exposed a little bit. And I think this is the first game. Yeah, I think this is the first game that D'Amico really got our coach on the defense end. But we still made. I mean, we still hurting on the defense. Armstead and Kinlaw, we see how important they are because that's where they threw us up in the middle. So I mean, we missing out in our middle. The middle of our defensive line, they just ran straight up the middle.
Again.
The offensive line, I don't know what he's going to do with that.
I know, it's scary, ain't it?
We saw, they was blitzing almost every play.
Yes,
like. Every time
and it was effective.
And Jimmy, give him credit. I give him credit. He stayed in there. I mean, just only to have that much pressure on him and only throw one pick, I give him a whole lot of credit for this. I know a lot of people going to come here today and get on Jimmy just like that.
Oh yeah, well,
but I don't
that's
even blame.
automatic. No matter what else happened, but Jimmy's the guy.
I can list 5-6 things before I even get to Jimmy. But he played. He actually played. He played. Given the circumstance, he played great in my opinion. So, it's just a lot of things that they got to clean up, and I think we will get the win against the Rams next week, and then I think. When we get that bye, we can get everything cleaned up, get McCaffrey in there, integrated in there, because I think that he's going to be the key if they start. Because I think Chief really gave a blueprint on what we weak at, and so people going to be trying to blitz us. And I think that's when McCaffrey is going to come out that backfield, hot route, and we gonna let people know ease up off the pressure because we got that running back that can do that. So, but I know I got to let you go. I know people want to get on. I know that's probably like my 3 minutes. But I just wanted to put get my 2 cents in for the. Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
1 minute.
I don't know if you got sound nervous, man, because we got a special guest from Africa today.
All right,
Jack.
Come on, Jack, please, Jack, don't do this. He's only got a minute left, Jack. Let him have his minute now.
Oh no, we good. You know, I don't want to hold up nobody's time. Right. You know, I already fit everything I wanted. You know, I'm a night of faithful all day, every day, so it don't matter. You know, so I'm still gonna watch the games when we was down. You know,
we're not always gonna embarrass ourselves. True. I hope.
Yeah. So it just wasn't something that I wasn't expecting to blow out today. But we got humble. I'm glad we saw it. Ooh. And I mean, it's something that everybody can go, coaches, players, everybody, special teams. We need to work on that too. You know, it's this whole list of things. But, you know, I'm glad we got it out the way. Yeah. You know, now we know where we stand at with the best in the NFL. So let's get it right. We still got the second half of the season. We just got to win our division. We still 2-0. We're not in first place no more because Seattle's about to win if they ain't already won. We all good. So I'm always going to be optimistic, Ronbo, especially when we have a good team.
All right, K-Boy, let me see you tomorrow, fam. We'll be back for Raw.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right.
Night, fam. I mean, we got beat so bad. I'm actually laughing. It's weird. It's so comical. Victor A says we need to put out a PSA on Fred Warner vest. Fred had a ball hit him in that. Fred, but you never missed those. That should have been a pick. Redemption 1987. Buy yourself a beer, Ronbo. These players are soft. That's a good. They did look tender today, didn't they? Somebody accused Debo of trying to avoid pain. Oh, Forrest Winston. He said, "Hey, Rebel, is Big Wayne, man? Big win. Oh, big win. Oh, big win. Big win says, need to cut Mcglinchey. He's all, I know. Mcglinchey is really gotten worse by the week. All right, Dre, come on in, fam.
What up, Ronbo?
Oh, you know what's up. Us, we ain't up. We down.
It wasn't the damn score I predicted, but it was just more. You heard me laugh on the way off the phone. Now, all the fans call me hell out. Don't come in here bashing just one specific person here and there. Now, look, we played shitty as a team tonight. Okay, The defense was too damn cocky to not have played up against talent. Don't be that damn cocky. Y'all should have remained humble. It was just like Richard Sherman was a real captain. They give captains to, they say, to people who didn't did some shit. But, I mean, come on, Ronbo. Look at the team, man. Like, I said that the team was going to get exposed. Shoot.
But
it was
did you know they could get beat?
Chief men everywhere.
But did you think exposed to this degree? That was outrageous.
Yeah, of
My
course.
God, Niners.
It was no offensive lineman. It's no offense. Alignment, everybody give Trent Williams credit for being one of the best in the league, and that he is. But I mean,
and the defense, I think they gave up points on every possession in the second half. Maybe except for one.
But is it me, Ronbo? Wait, is it me? But ever since Jimmy, I call me a conspiracy. Anybody out there, I don't care. Ever since Jimmy said what the hell he said about Kyle playbook or play calling being trash, he put the playbook in his hands and his ass been trash too. There ain't no way in the world you should be able to throw. You done got a safety in the pick 9 and out of the 2 out of the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand the rustiness and all that, and I ain't here to bash him because these damn wide receivers didn't do no justice. I mean, Brandon Ayuk,
right? I was gonna say that wasn't rust.
Debo was out there.
He just got his ass kicked.
Looked like a penguin.
Yeah.
Debo was out there looking like a straight penguin. You seen this baby mama hit some display today. You seen that?
Didn't have a bad day. I think Ayuk had the best day out of everybody.
No, Ayuk didn't.
No, George had.
Debo. I said Debo. No,
I was just thinking about who's the best wide receiver. It was Ayuk again.
No, it was Kittle. Kittle did his thing today. I was kind of worried about
yards.
him.
Yeah, but I was talking about the receivers.
Yeah, the wide receivers did a good job. Brandon Ayuk did his thing today. I appreciated him. Like, for real. McLeod
He's only going to gain
nice.
separation really when you're going downfield. That's why if I'm Jimmy, I'm looking for him the majority of the time. Because Debo, I'm going to hit him in the same spot I always hit him. Don't expect him to go downfield and get open. He did make one play where he out-muscle the guys, but yeah, I don't need that. I need timing to get that ball to a person I can get to, and he can keep running.
But, I mean, is it me, though, Ronbo, for real, with that conspiracy, or is it just fact? Because he didn't put this ball in this man's hand ever since he made that comment.
Well, we got behind. I think that's the only reason why we would have kept running the play. They had to abandon plan A and go to plan B. Anytime you get down like that, now you got to throw the ball. That's what teams want you to do. Have to throw the ball because you're behind. Now's when the mistakes start.
Now, Kyle put the ball in his hand, Ronbo. I seen it. This the same. It looked like the same game plan from last week. It just said you got.
We fell behind last week too, didn't we?
That looked pretty.
That ain't gonna change.
It's the same game plan from then.
Yeah, anytime you're behind, fam, that's just ABC of football. You can't run the ball no more. You're running out your clock. You better hurt him score.
He never played Jimmy like that before in the past. We
never get behind like that. But we got to go. Let's talk about it some more tomorrow.
Yeah, you already. All right, Ronbo. Y'all have a good night.
You too, fam. And redemption. Everyone who has gotten paid doesn't care no more. Ooh, there may be some truth to that. Hey, Trez, come on in, man.
Ronbo.
Oh, we're having these.
I didn't get a chance to get in on it. I didn't get a chance to get on the McCaffrey thing. So let me go and make my little piece real quick.
Okay.
What y'all thought he was gonna ride in here on the white horse and just save the team? You thought he was gonna ride in here and save Kyle's job? Like, really?
Not in one day.
I mean, come on.
Not in one day.
I wasn't in favor of getting him, but just not what we paid for him. Push that to the side. Let's get to today's game. All right. Ronbo, this team is underachieving. This is not a Super Bowl team because it's not being coached like a Super Bowl team. Let's get that understood too. All right? So people quit saying we have a Super Bowl roster. We do. We do in a certain sense, Ronbo. We definitely got an all-pro at every level on this team. Damn near. Tight end, left tackle, wide receivers, running back. You can go on and on and on, Ronbo. But we got two elements that hold this team back. Kyle Shanahan, Jimmy Garoppolo. You ain't going to win like that, Ronbo. You ain't going to win. This defense today, atrocious, okay? I mean, when you look at it, today's matchup was Kyle Shanahan versus Spagnuolo, and it was D'Amico versus Andy Reid. Both of them got taken to the woodshed and got the hell beat out of them. Point blank. Mcglinchey needs to go, need to be benched, put off the team permanently, Ronbo. You cannot, and here's the thing. I've learned, and everybody else should learn about Kyle Shanahan. We've seen it enough now. People understand. When we fall behind, you can forget about it. Kyle Shanahan packs it in. He packs it in, Ronbo.
That's why it's 129.
So, just know when
Hey,
we fall
Chris is
behind,
on point tonight. My boy Chris is on
just
point
know when
tonight.
we fall behind, Ronbo, it's over with, all right?
Mm.
You've seen it enough. It's a concluded thing now. Don't fight it. Don't say, hey, I don't know all that, man. Your eyes don't deceive you, okay? It don't deceive you. We're going to continue to support our team. Maybe we can do like other teams do. Maybe we get hot down the stretch. Maybe we can go a little further. But it all starts with the coach. All right? Last thing important.
Preach, my brother. Preach. Tell Ronbo. Ronbo, no,
look at what
I don't know what
Pete
you're
Carroll
talking
went
about. I
out
don't say
here
anything
today.
different.
Pete Carroll went out here today and slapped the hell out of the Chargers. You hear me?
I'm so impressed with Pete Carroll.
Don't have the talent. Pete don't have the talent we have, Ronbo. I made this statement to you 1,000 times over. That man know how to get the best out of his players and what he has on his roster.
He really does.
We are failing at the head coach position. TNT out of here, Ronbo.
Good stuff, Trez. And by the way, anybody thinks I don't disagree, you must be smoking some kind of bad dope. I didn't say a word.
That's my nigga Trez.
You know, he ain't told. I told the truth. Trez, have a good night, fam. Clarence Molina says, hold on, guys. Hold on. Clarence Molina, thanks, fam. Says, can't call in today, but I got a lot to say. I know that we needed to score to win. That did not happen. I don't think Kyle isn't in his bag anymore. Getting out coached by the defense getting pissed by the minute. I mean, you know, it was just a sad display. Eloy Rodriguez, I see it. Bad old line. What do you think about Mcglinchey? You know, we all share the same thing about Mcglinchey. We don't know why and how we're going to survive with him. You know, because we're going to nail a quarterback every week. That's what we do. But until that quarterback gets some protection, you can put anybody you want back there. If you don't get rid of that ball within 2 seconds, he's dead meat. Redemption says, Kyle is a water boy coach now with his high heels. Redemption, thanks, fam. Yeah, it's rough. Anything else? Okay. Hey, Rod, come on in, Rod. Are you ready for the holler?
Bring me in, baby.
Rod, come on and get some, man. I'm telling you, man, it's rough in here
What's
today.
up, Ronbo?
Terrible things, man. We just look hopeless. I haven't felt that helpless about this team since last year. You know when the Cardinals stomp a mud hole in us? I felt this was worse. And I didn't think that could ever happen. Not to this team. They got their ass handed to them.
I mean, Ronbo, I think you just like a lot of us, man. It's hard to accept, but we have to accept this team for what we really are. Do we have a lot of talent on the team? Yeah, we do. But quarterback is the most important position on the team. So it's simple as that. The bottom line is, you know, I've heard the comments that have been made by guys like Grant Cohn, and a lot of our Niner faithful think that he just like to bash on us. But the man's telling the truth. He's telling the truth, man. It's like, okay, Jimmy Garoppolo is the starting quarterback. You didn't even try to do anything to make sure we have a reliable backup. The rookie looked nice, but, I mean, bottom line is Kyle said it out of his own mouth. It takes at least 2 years to learn the playbook. So, I mean, at some point, man, we just going to have to accept things for the way they are. You know, bottom line is Jimmy Garoppolo is fighting through it. He's making the attempt to throw the ball down the field more than he did before. But, I mean, he just can't – that's not his game. That's not his game. He can't throw the deep ball.
But one question on that. Do you really believe Rodgers lost today badly? Well, they catch up at the end. Brady got beaten badly. Is it always just that one adjustment? If you would bring a quarterback in, who would you be thinking about bringing in? Because I don't know that Trey would have done any better today. But then, like you say, he needs a couple of years. But
Well,
I mean,
let me just put
who
it
would have
this
done
way,
better?
Ronbo.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me put it this way before I say who I would bring in. The thing is that I'm not one of those kids that just bashing on Jimmy, okay? But the point I'm trying to make is this here. Defenses, they got the film. They know what this guy can and can't do. So they're not respecting his ability to throw the ball downfield. So, that's why a lot of times when he does mess around and connect downfield, the guys are as open as they are because the defense they don't respect it.
Rob,
As far as who would
what
I
do you mean
get,
open? If the guy's open, aren't most receptions deep downfield? Aren't they usually the guy open though?
usually, I mean, I wouldn't say.
I mean, the
usually,
Chiefs did
Ronbo,
it 3
but,
times.
But this is the thing that I'm saying right here. Okay, like Deebo Samuel is not. We've already established he's not the guy that's going to go down deep and catch those balls. Okay, the guy is Brandon Ayuk. This is the first year that Jimmy's really been throwing the ball to Brandon Ayuk. That's why I gave him credit when I made the statement that he's attempting to make more passes downfield. But the thing is, you got to keep in mind is this, Ronbo. A lot of the mistakes that Jimmy Garoppolo makes stems from fundamentals and intangibles, footwork, stuff like that. A lot of times
So,
when
Robert,
he
Robert,
can't.
we're gonna before we run out of time though. So, tell me the quarterback you'd bring in that you know would make a huge difference and turn this thing around. I'm very curious about that though.
Well, I mean, if I had my option,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, I'd go after Brady. I mean, hell, if he still was willing to come, I see if I can make it happen. But other than that, I just don't really think it's a quarterback that we could bring in to learn Kyle's playbook that's going to make a big difference.
You know Brady's mad.
God damn, I done heard it all now.
Wait, Jack, please. Because the thing is, Brady is hollering at his offensive line too. Rod, I have to tell y'all, you got to have protection back there as a quarterback. You can't just put the quarterback there and get him rushed every 1.5 seconds, expect him to do anything. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Well, before I go, the last thing I'll say is this. Does Kansas City have a reputation for
Yeah, guys, we're going to get that tonight if we don't hurry. Okay. Victor A says, that jet sweep worked every time with Hardman. Victor, I'm glad you brought that up. This is what I'm talking about. People want to blame the quarterback that he can make with a Midas touch, just change everything. But the fact of the matter is, they ran that same play on us 3 times. 3 damn times, and it worked every time. You're not going to win games like that anyway. So it's got to be more than just one side of the ball. Turnstile Mcglinchey needs to check his man. And Ron, thanks. I'm sorry we had to cut you off. I wouldn't have cut you off. I was listening. All right, Jack, your time.
Right. Hello?
Yes, Jack. Come on in, fam.
What's up, baby?
It's talk about the Niners in a bad light again, or talk about Jimmy. That's usually
No,
the option.
can you hear me?
I can hear you clear. Can you hear me?
You can hear me loud and clear, but guess what, man? I ain't feeling any of y'all fat asses tonight. Any of y'all. You know why? One guy's talking about Jimmy G. The boy had like 2.5 seconds off of every pass attempt.
Maybe 2.5.
Motherfucker didn't have a chance. Nobody's blocking for the guy. The defense you know what I'm saying? They just coming back alive. Ward, you got goddamn Bosa. You know what I'm saying? The boys, and I'm trying to introduce my friend from Ghana. You heard of Ghana?
Yeah. Africa.
Yeah. My boy from Ghana is now a 49er fan. He's trying to be a 49er fan, and you guys are sad asses. Ain't even letting him be a fan. He enjoyed the game, and I'm going to put him on the phone right now. The first African.
He enjoyed the game. Well, yeah, don't ruin it for him. Let me talk to him.
Yeah, my boy Lewis wants to say what's up. What's up, Lewis?
Hey, Lewis.
What's going on, Rambo?
Lewis, we don't do this every. Lewis, I want you to know we don't do this every week, but when we lose harder than any team in the league. We get deep into it, so we'll win, and then when we do win, it'll be a little more of a happy atmosphere. But most fans expect us to win every week, and if we don't, the quarterback's got to go, the coach has to be fired, the general manager needs to be fired. We need to sell the team. We go all out. We expect to win every game. So don't worry. Continue to love the 49ers. It'll be okay.
So what exactly happened? Because the first half, everything seemed like it was going well.
Those one of those things. The wheels just fell off. I don't know. They came in the second half, and everything just fell apart, one little piece at a time.
Yeah.
And I've never seen that happen. I've seen the 49ers lose before, but this one was a complete meltdown.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Lewis, I just want to say, Lewis is the first Ghanese from Ghana man on Ronbo Sports.
That's true.
And he enjoyed a 49. Sorry?
That's true.
Excuse me?
No, I said that was true.
And he enjoyed the first 49er game. Now he's a 49er fan. We keep it international. It's an empire, baby.
Love it.
He just wanted to tell you what he enjoyed about the game and what he doesn't know or what he wants to say about the game. So I'm going to put it back to Lewis before we end the call because it's short and sweet tonight.
Okay,
but,
real
hey,
quick.
talk to Ronbo, man.
Hey.
Let him know, man. It's my boy from Ghana, baby. Africa. Let him know.
Lewis, real quick, because we only got about a minute left. What'd you like and not like about it?
I swear to God, I swear to God, before I do give him the phone, if you got the Eddie Murphy Beverly Hills smile, this motherfucker has got the same goddamn look right now. So everybody can imagine that. Hey, Lewis, tell him what time it is.
Yeah, it was a decent game anyway. It was a decent game.
What did you like about it?
To be honest, the only thing I'll say, what I didn't like was I feel like it wasn't that physical. If that I feel it'll be a bit more physical.
See, Lewis, you play European football, don't you?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
See, it's a little different, and especially it could be a little more physical. Lewis, you keep watching.
And I'm gonna finish,
Jack.
And
okay.
I'm gonna finish it up by saying, there's a lot of Nigerians getting love, and I got a lot of Nigerian boys out here in London. But the Ghanese boys don't get love, and there's some big boys. This boy is big. This boy is 6'7", Ronbo. If you give him a chance, he might be the starting right tackle. Ooh. And give Mcglinchey's ass the hell out of the Dodge.
Jack, you guys continue to party
hey,
out.
Man,
we gotta go. Lewis, great to meet you before production cuts us off.
All right, man.
Jack, I see you tomorrow.
Lewis,
all right.
Come adios, man.
Yeah. See you later, Ronbo.
Good night, Lewis. Great to meet you. Oh, man. All right. And there he is. It's Papa Dragon, the man who sired Boom and Bam. And Mrs. Dragon. Pop, get in here.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Oh, Anthony's right. I forgot about them penalties. Pop, your assessment of that debacle. I mean, that was just, good God. The 49ers smelled up the entire area.
I don't think you want to read too much into it. I mean, the reality is that you're looking at probably a Hall of Fame quarterback who is tied for the most wins in the first 70 games in history of NFL. A guy that doesn't miss, who creates plays, doesn't make too many mistakes.
And he brought a defense with him, which I did not expect.
You put Mahomes on one. Yeah, you put Mahomes on one side, right, and you put Garoppolo on the other side. All right, Garoppolo's going to pull more women, but Patrick Mahomes is going to win more games. Crumble. That's its reality. Number two. I really, really, really wanted to give D'Amico Ryans a big drop kick in his salty chocolate balls. God sakes.
It's family show, fam.
Doing, Ronbo?
I have no idea.
The whole league has showed you how to slow down Patrick Mahomes. It is not being aggressive. It's dropping back 800 people in coverage because they pass almost every day.
Thank you.
That's how you beat them.
Yes. And we got the rush to do it. We don't need to be rushing like that and getting jocked out.
9 in coverage. Hell, just rush Bosa by himself. Anyway, no, it was a ridiculous game plan.
Pop, you sound distant. Get back in the mouthpiece.
McCole Hardman scores 3 touchdowns.
Same play.
3.
Same damn play, Pop. Oh, my God. 3 times.
Outcoached, outplayed, at home. Fam, I know it looks bad, but remember, we're trying to win the war. We just lost the battle. Okay? Coach Shanahan, he's got to adapt. He's got to evolve. He has to. He's trying to do it with the wrong quarterback. We got to throw to run now. That's just the way it is. And it's going to suck for a while.
That
because we
ended up
don't
happening today, but we couldn't run.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be one of those situations where they're going to have to throw the ball. They're going to have to. And the whole league knows it. We're going to force you to throw the ball. We're going to put 9, 8, 12, 13, 14 guys in the box. You got to throw the ball. Now what you going to do, Garoppolo?
But did you think that's what stopped? The thing that stopped us was the fact that we could not throw the ball because of the fact you had an army of guys in the backfield within a split second. Garoppolo's, most of his shots were on target. We had a couple of drops. But other than that...
I just wanted I wanted Singletary to come off the daggone sidelines and come out there and just send Mcglinchey to the locker room. I swear to God. Just go to the showers. Just go. He was terrible. He was terrible. If he wasn't blocking somebody, he was holding somebody.
And did you see when he got knocked down and the dude knocked him down, stepped on his face, jumped over him, and went and got Jimmy? I said, oh, my God, Mike, shame. Get your ass up. Oh. So, you
right
know.
Now, but you think Garoppolo sucked in this game? You think so? Guess what? Mcglinchey was worse. He was the worst player in the NFL today. He was the worst player.
I need to look around first.
No, you please look around. Only person that could have been worse than Zach Wilson.
I want to be able to confirm it. Wait. Did the Jets lose?
No, they won. They're 5-2.
All right.
The Jets are 5-2.
Pop, we got to go. You know
Seahawks are in first place.
This I don't want to talk about.
In the blue hell is going on, Ronbo. Ronbo, you got to fix this. Ronbo, fix this. We're going to do it tomorrow. Y'all need to hit the pavement, and y'all need to fix this. This is unacceptable.
Night, Pop.
Good night.
Nigel, come on and get some. Because,
Ronbo. Let's just call it what it is. We got our asses thoroughly whooped.
Oh, that's
Doesn't matter
a nice
whose
way to put
fault it is. Don't matter whose fault it is. We just got beat, and it's
all three phases.
It wasn't just the offense; it was the defense too.
Special teams, don't leave them out.
This was a lot. Well, yeah, the special teams. You're right about that. But this was a lot more even of a matchup, statistically anyway, than we realized. But coming into this game, our defense is ranked in the top 3. Their defense is ranked
30,
like in the bottom third of the league.
30.
Okay.
Jesus, Nigel, that's what I was so pissed off about. I said, Nigel, what is the problem here? Oh.
Yeah. So it's like their good offense was against supposedly our good defense, and then our bad offense was against their bad defense. And what it came down to is
their bad defense.
Their offense was able to make plays, and that's just the bottom line. Whether or not it was Jimmy's fault, Mike Mcglinchey's fault, Kyle's fault, whoever you want to lay the blame on, it's the offense as a whole. And that's just the bottom line. I mean, I hate to say it. When you go against an elite quarterback, and I know, we don't, as 49ers fans, we want to look past the fact that we passed on Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson, but that's coming back to bite us. I mean, he beat us in the Super Bowl. He's beat us twice from when we've seen him.
There's another word for this. This wasn't a beating. This was something else. Oh,
this was a drubbing. Yeah, we got whooped thoroughly. So I'm really looking at Kyle Shanahan, and I'm like, okay, you've got so many weapons on this offense. Why are you not able to use any of them effectively and consistently throughout a game? And it's been like that since he's been here. I know it's like back and forth Jekyll and Hyde with this team, and he's making our fandom be the same way. Like one week you're like, okay, now I got faith in you, and maybe you can turn it around. Then he does stuff like this where you lose two times in a game. I'm still not losing faith in the team, because last year we were 3-5, still made it to the playoffs. The problem is we had to rely on other teams at the end of the season and the very last games of the season to lose in order to make the playoffs. So we got to start winning. But anyway, I know it's short and sweet, Ronbo. I'm pissed just like everybody else is. We got to keep the faith as much as possible. But right now we suck, man. That's just the bottom line. We got to get it together. that's just it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I love you guys. Have a good rest of your night, and thanks for taking my call, man. I'll talk to you tomorrow, if not later in the week.
All right.
Yep. All right. Bye.
Night, fam. And there's JJ. He says, y'all better get right. WTF Jesus right now. Big the rapture will probably happen before we win another Super Bowl. Kanye is trash. You said you've been checking out Kanye. He'll make a man crazy just thinking about it. The first thing you know, you'll be taking Kanye's, he's on medication, right? Hey, Eric. We just got to win. You know what? That's right.
What's up, Ronbo?
Jared Jones is right. Just win the division games. You know, that's a good point. Beat the Hawks and beat the Rams. I don't know what's going to happen with the Cardinals. Hey, Eric, come on in, fam, and let it all out.
What's up, Ronbo?
Well, nothing good.
Well, yeah. I mean, first things first. I think the play. I mean, people forget, like, people are calling this a blowout, and it is. But the play that really ended the game was that 3rd and 11 that Travarius Ward blew.
Mm-hmm.
That was really the deciding factor in the game. If the Niners don't blow that play, they get the ball back. Now, I'm not saying that the game they would have won. I'm not saying that,
but they wouldn't. It wouldn't have been. Maybe some momentum wouldn't have been shifting. So Travarius got beat. There was a gap between him. That's why when I say when you throw downfield, every time they threw downfield, it wasn't contested throws. Their receivers were wide open. Some of them sitting in the zone all by themselves. That's, oh, my God. How is this happening? So, you know.
Yeah, the Niners lost this game on defense because they had no pass rush with the banged-up secondary. That leads to the best quarterback in football absolutely lighting your defense up. That's what that leads to. I think that was the biggest formula right there. The Niners could not get any pressure. They were letting scores up left and right. They couldn't stop the Chiefs all game, and on 3rd and longs, they couldn't stop them. And that last 3rd and long, where they could have had the biggest swing in the game. They had the momentum going onto their side, and right when the play happened, it just completely demoralized the entire defense.
You're talking about that one after Nick Bosa got that sack, right?
Yeah, on that drive, right?
And
they had a 3rd
we
down.
Had a 3rd and forever, or 2nd or something, did it forever, and they converted. That's Lord,
once that play happened.
Where's the safety?
Once that play happened, the defense. Yeah, the defense left after that play. They just did not want to play anymore. Offensively, obviously, the offensive line can't block. Jimmy's ball placement is questionable, but we all know that. He is accurate at times, but his ball placement is questionable. Play calling, obviously, again, this is the thing about the 49ers and their offense. Fans all week became blinded to the McCaffrey trade. Offensively, they haven't been able to do shit all year, and McCaffrey was not going to change that. Fans all week have been screaming.
Eric, how about
how
about a couple of weeks?
No, I'm not saying like that, but I'm saying is people went back to calling Kyle his genius. I mean, that we've been sitting here all season talking about how never to listen to the national media because all they say is a bunch of stupid shit. And right when the Niners get McCaffrey and the national media is talking about how Kyle's going to use him in all these creative ways and the scheme is going to be the best thing in the world, fans went right back to listening to that shit. And I'm not, again, it will take a couple weeks, but Kyle Shanahan has not been a good play designer or play caller all season. And I think fans kind of became blind to that in a certain way. Again, offensively, they're going to have to fix it. I'm not going to overreact and say that the Niners season is over. But what I hate, Ronbo, is that the Niners are going to go play the Rams, and they're probably going to whoop their ass, and fans are going to go right back to saying Kyle's a genius or shit like that. We need to keep this guy on the hot seat or else he's never going to do anything. This guy's never going to get his offense right. He's never going to get his play calling correctly if this guy isn't on the hot seat. Big Show the other day suggested the Eagles offensive coordinator. I said the Bills offensive coordinator. Ronbo, I guarantee those guys next season could make this offense into something with Lance and Christian McCaffrey and all those other guys. I guarantee those offensive coordinators would do something with his offense. Kyle Shanahan still cannot do shit. And it baffles me that now we're going to go play the Rams and it's going to go right back. It's like a cycle, Ronbo. We have a whole bunch of bad games.
Eric,
we go play the Rams, and boom, we're back to the way it was.
Well, we did that last year and went to the NFCCG, so we should probably wait before we just condemn the team to death like we always do after every loss. But, Eric, listen to me. Well, we did run out of time. I didn't even see the clock. Come back tomorrow night for Raw. Let's continue, okay?
All right, I'll catch you later.
All right, man. And, hey, Marcus.
What's going on, Romo? I'm gonna I'm gonna put the spotlight on Kyle Shanahan. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
Now, I'm not going to blame the defense. I'm not going to blame the offensive tackle. I'm not blaming Jimmy G. He's a backup. He's not a top 15 quarterback. I'm not going to blame the offense. I'm not going to blame the offensive tackle. He shouldn't have been on the team. Nothing have drafted him. Kyle Shanahan is to blame for all of this. Now you're going to give up all these draft picks for Christian McCaffrey, and he gets you 30 yards. Jason, what's his name, Madison, the rookie running back, could have got you that. And you could have kept the draft picks.
Jordan Mason. Yeah.
Yeah, Mason. He could have got you 30 yards. You never gave him a chance to get you 30 yards. You could have kept the draft pick. Why is Pat Mahomes even on Kansas City team? Because Shanahan didn't want him. So therefore, you put this whole spotlight on Shanahan. Shanahan is sitting on the top of the balcony and peeing on our head, talking about it's raining. And until he off this team not gonna win. Now that we're gonna beat the Rams next week. Everybody think he's a genius. He's that. If we were playing Buffalo next week, would you bet $1,000?
Ooh, God, I wouldn't want to play Buffalo.
Would you bet $1,000? Would you bet $1,000 if we were playing Buffalo next week?
Oh God,
no. Nobody, because you no, hell no. But he's not going to win. Can you hear me?
No, I'm listening. Go ahead. We're listening.
We're not gonna win with Shanahan. So people can wake up, stop putting that genius coat on him. He riding his daddy coattail. He's a Shanahan. He should have been fired. He got a losing record. He's not a good coach. So y'all need to wake up. I don't blame Jimmy G. Jimmy G just our backup. We'd have beat 28 teams today the way we played today. We didn't play, but you can't beat Pat Mahomes. And stop putting the blame on the defense. He played the best quarterback in the league. You're not going to go down and kick field goals and beat Pat Mahomes. You're not going to do that.
Yeah, but the defense, you saw last week what Buffalo did. You got to scheme and do intelligent things. Did you hear somebody called in earlier saying you got to use the same plan that everybody else does to stop the Chiefs? You put 3 or 4 people up front and you set everybody back in coverage. We didn't do that. We sat there and played right into their hands. And that's what you can't do.
In motion. I'm saying he's going in motion. He's going to get the ball. The linebacker never shifted over to him. I don't understand it. But
they just
it is what it is.
They quit in the second half. They looked better in the first half. Then all of a sudden they just quit.
We'd have beat 30, or we'd have beat 28, 29 teams today, the way we played. But we ain't going to beat Buffalo, and you ain't going to beat Kansas City. With Shanahan as our coach. You're not going to beat them. So y'all can ride this fairy tale if you want to. I already know. I say the season over when Trey got hurt. I already know it's over. Well, I'm just going to ride and see how it goes. But
honestly, though, Trey was out there. We lost the first game. But what I think we should probably start thinking about is the team as a whole today really displayed some deficiencies. You're not going to just fix one aspect of this team and expect it to excel. It's got to be it's got to be revamped. Something's got to happen, but it starts maybe with the coach. I'm not sure.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to hang up, Ronbo. I don't want to hear nothing about Kyle Shanahan offense takes 2 years to learn. I don't give a damn about his offense. Get his ass up out of here. Take his offense with him and give it to somebody else. We don't want it. I don't want it. Let's put somebody else in here.
Amen, brother.
Bring Harbaugh back. Nobody give a damn about his genius ass offense. Take that offense and take that shit and get on one of them ships and ship his ass out of San Francisco. Who cares? That's all I have to say.
All right, Marcus. You have a great night. I'll be back tomorrow if you got some more to say. All right? Night, fam. All right. Let's a redemption 1987. Do you think Jan is bringing back Harbaugh? Anybody that knows the history, what happened between Jed and John Harbaugh, you should know there's no way in the world that Harbaugh is coming back to San Francisco. That was bitter, that breakup between those two. Jed felt that Harbaugh was disrespecting him as a man. There was all kind of write-ups on that. So, no, Harbaugh's not coming back. And I'm just saying from what I remember that breakup. I mean, remember, Jed, they were actually okaying a trade. Let me give you 1 second. They were actually okaying a trade with Harbaugh to the Cleveland Browns for Flash Gordon, and it got nixed. But that was a rumor that was out. Anyway, yeah, Sharon.
Ronbo.
Yes, Sharon.
We stink.
Yes, collectively.
We stink on all sides of the ball. We came out on top in the beginning. Then we fell apart after the second half.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Kyle needs to go, and his whole staff needs to go after this year. Jed York needs to come and fire his ass and pack him up and send him somewhere else and get a coach that is experienced and knows what he's doing. Kyle has not done anything to improve this team and turn this team around. He's sitting on his ass, not doing nothing. What is he doing during practice?
No, that's a good question, because they did not look like they're ready to play today.
Saying this and saying that, but not even improving what we need to improve on. I mean, it's like we could have won all these games in the beginning of the year, but Kyle's not doing anything to change that. Nothing. Kyle needs to be fired. Kyle needs to go. His staff needs to go. We need a new quarterback. Jimmy needs to go along with Kyle, since Kyle likes Jimmy. Take him with you, too.
Players are making mistakes, though.
All sides of the ball, Ronbo.
Also, I just want to note, though, players are out there making mistakes, though. Now, I don't know if that's something they're not doing in practice, but players are really screwing up. When you look at last week, we lost because of that fumble, that the guy picked the ball up and ran in the end zone. There's no way to coach against that. That player's got to be ready to play.
Kansas City came in our house. They were ready and fired up. We were ready and fired up in the beginning, and then all of a sudden we just let them dominate in our house like that.
They did get out-coached.
Kyle didn't change anybody. He kept putting players in and taking them out. But then he just left them in and then taking none of them out like he was doing in the beginning. It was working and tricking them. He should have kept it up. Kyle fell off, too. Kyle needs to go. All the coaches need to go and get a whole new staff after this year. We're done, Ronbo. We're not going to no playoffs or
we
no
lose those coaches every year. You know something, Sharon? We lose coaches every year, and I have a feeling that has an effect on this team. What if Mike McDaniel was still with us?
Kyle needs to be in the hot seat to keep his ass going or something, or do something. But if not, Kyle needs to go. It's time for Kyle to go. And John Lynch. They're getting players in the
I just want to say one thing, though. If we win next week, now we got to keep this energy. We can't. We can't take the fool's gold.
Doubts about the Niners now. I was about to give up on them today because I was so pissed that they let them play them like that. That's not the Niners. No, Kyle's holding the Niners back 100%. It's Kyle. It's not the Niners. Kyle's holding us back. And it's always been that since Kyle's been there.
Yeah.
You just got to tell them.
All right, guys, please don't interrupt on the call, guys. We're going to mute you out, and when your turn comes, we'll get right to you, okay? Well, Sharon, as you know, we keep it short after the game. You hold that thought, bring it back tomorrow, and let's unload some more. Okay.
You know, I think I'm done predicting scores.
Put a WRL now. That's it. I know. That's such a disappointment. All right, Sharon.
Yeah. All right, Ronbo.
You'll get better. Can't get any worse. Night, fam.
We'll see. Bye.
Goodbye. And Mr. Blockeye says, no discipline, bad coaching, thoughts. I just don't know what happened. That's as bad as I've seen them look. I can't remember the last time they fell apart like that. You're competing for the first half, and all of a sudden you just turn to mush. I don't get it. Victor says, the real offensive guru is on KC. Andy's special, ain't he? He's right up there with the winningest coaches of all time, so there you go. Right. Frank is in the middle of a fish sandwich. Frank, I don't blame you. Don't let this game control your emotions.
Hey, Ronbo, can you come back to me, Ronbo?
I can do that. I can do that. All right. All right, Frank, be back in a minute. All right. And Rev, come on in, Rev, and join this misery.
I'm going to make it short and sweet.
Okay.
Team effort.
Lacking.
Team loss. Period, point blank. As a coach, I can tell you right now, the 3 touchdowns on that jet sweep, I sat here and literally said, and if anybody watches or even seen Andy Reid coach, if he sees one play that will work, he will use that same play and give you different formation.
God.
And I sat here all 3 times and said, jet sweep. Because he knew on the weak side, he was going to get it every single time.
And it did.
Bottom line, the team it was embarrassing today. Plain
This is
and
why.
simple.
This is why this troubleshooting of it's this position. It's this position. It's just, that is not the
I'm
case.
excited. I'm excited for the McCaffrey trade because the kid got some skill sets that could be used, but obviously I knew it wasn't going to be utilized the way that we would want to see it today. But
Well, he just got
on the flip side, we defeated ourselves on every aspect of the field, from offense to defense to special teams. It was embarrassing. Period.
It was. Yep.
I understand family. Everybody's mad at Kyle. Everybody's mad at D'Amico. You're mad at Jimmy. Like, it's a team effort, period, across the board. The whole damn team lost. And they lost embarrassing.
Oh.
And I'm pissed off for the fact that we allowed this crap to happen today. The first half was looking good. We had momentum. And then
right over the cliff.
So,
what the hell?
It's one of these things where the season is going to be the season. I'm still going to rep our colors, and I'm still going to rep our squad. It's just embarrassing, and it hurts. And it hurts to the point of it's like Kyle Shanahan is predictable. Thus, and I can tell you from a defensive mindset that I have in the numerous hours of film study that I go through, you can predict Kyle's offense instantly. Period, point blank. So for the Chiefs to come in and they had a simple game plan: be quiet, play ball. And that's exactly what they did.
Mm-hmm.
All I can say is next week we got the lamb chops. I mean, we can beat them with a JV squad. I'm just saying. We've done it. So I'm really not worrying about it. And you little Rams fans in the chat, popping your mouths off or whatever, you can say what you want. We can beat you with a Pop Warner team right now. We can put our third stringers in and still beat you. So, but overall, it was just embarrassing today. And I hope we bounce back some kind of way. I hope McCaffrey just keeps learning and, give us a little bit of edge. We just got to bounce back. That's it. But overall, it was just an embarrassing day today. And I hurt for my Niner fan worldwide for us to even witness something like that. So, Ronbo, I appreciate it. I ain't going to hold it up. Saying thanks for production.
Right,
thank you for this platform in order to speak. And y'all know my motto: regardless, win, lose, or draw, in order to beat a man, you got to beat the man.
It is.
And the man got beat today. So,
but
I'm still hold my head high.
It ain't going to be like this every week. We'll get back on track.
Nah.
Right.
If you be on tomorrow,
I'll be on
Monday
tomorrow.
Night Raw, Nature Boy be in the building.
Looking forward. All right,
So I
fam.
appreciate it, man. Niner fans, just keep your heads up, man. It is what it is. It's any given Sunday. But you know what? That red and gold that's in our hearts and that 49 that's across our chest, that's what it stands for. That's what it means. We remain faithful. Win, lose, or draw. I'm red and gold till I'm earth food. I'll holler at y'all.
All right, Rip. Night, fam.
All right, Ronbo. Peace.
And Water Sucks says, relax. We're going to be 4-4 next week. I know. But, it is kind of scary when we lose, how we go into this real in-depth, what we could do to fix it. When honestly, when you look at what happened today, there's no one thing you can do to fix that. No 2 or 3 things. There's a lot of things that have to be fixed, or it just goes into treadmill mode. Hey, Noah. No.
My brother, you hear me?
No, I can hear you now. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to keep it short this week.
Okay.
As a betting man, always bet Kyle Shanahan in the first quarter. Make you money. You start off fast, you make money, you get points, you do good. Bet money on Kyle Shanahan in the first quarter, no matter what gets, no matter what team. Fourth quarter, bet against him. He's shit. He don't do nothing in the fourth quarter. But anyways, talking about schemes and offenses, I think we got out-coached. They out-coached Bosa to his strength, and Andy Reid did a perfect job against that. He's like, let him rush, and we'll do a little screen to the left. Let him go on block, and they beat us like 2-3 times like that.
3. Three times. Hardman winning 3 times that same play. A little bit different variation this time, but the same play.
Yeah.
And you got Nick running off the field, looking up at the sky like, what the hell did I do? You know, and that was just perfect. Perfect setup.
And
3 times.
And but come back to like it. I'm not gonna put no blame on Jimmy G. It's always got to go back to our coaching, because Jim Harbaugh had Alex Smith, and he was an integrated quarterback, and he brought us to Super Bowl. Same with Shanahan. The thing is, I'm tired of our defense carrying us. We have to have an offense and an offensive-minded coach that can get us through.
And that's what he's supposed to be. Shannon's an offensive coach, which is very bizarre.
You know, our defense have always kept us in the games, and it's never got the job done though. Sadly, we had great defenses, like Hall of Fame defenses. Patrick Willis, coming back to Deshaun. What was I can't think of this safety we had, but yeah, we've always had great defenses, but it's just a shame that we always got to rely on our defense.
Well, that's going to be the case. You know, it's as they say, offense is always going to win games, but who's going to win the championship and the trophies? It's going to be the defense. Why? Because they're the ones who shut off what the other team was doing. That's all it usually takes.
Yeah, but if you don't have an offense that can,
well, I mean, they don't have to be
points on the board.
Yeah, they got to score some points. But I mean, the thing is, the defense is usually going to set the offense up all game long anyway. This is what happened today to the 49ers. That defense beat our ass. I mean, every time that ball was snapped, they were swarming, diving, just mauling. I mean, and then the Patrick would get in there, and then it'd be wide open bodies down the field. I said, you know, this is the thing. I kept saying the whole game, why don't we ever have guys wide open down the field like that? I don't know. We got one or two guys.
We did. We remember when he muffed the punt, and then we still couldn't get no points out of that, or just. It's just disappointing. It's just sick. Like, oh my God, we had a muff punt in the red zone, and you still can't get no points out of that. Come on.
Right there on the one. Fam, we got to go, though. I tell you what, I'll be back tomorrow and looking for you.
God bless you, brother. No, I love you taking my calls. No,
it's always a pleasure.
No, it's just, I just, like, I don't know. I'm just, don't even know. I'd rather we have a losing season and then him get fired and then get a new coach.
All right, Noah. But get ready for a win next week. All right, fam. I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah. All right. And Victor says Mahomes picked on both wards all game. I know. That's what I'm saying. You know, you can spotlight 1 or 2 people on this team, but boy, you would be coming up short. This game had a lot of people that just got killed. Hey, Derek.
Ronbo, I'm here, man.
Derek, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, man, this was like a lot of people. I'm happy everybody's taking it for what it is, regardless of what you think of our quarterback. It's a total team loss. Like last time I checked, Jimmy G doesn't play defense, and they got killed. I know we're hurt, but good God, Ronbo.
Derek, I tell you what, you know what? With as fast as that defensive line was in our backfield, that Jimmy got off 300 yards is a miracle. That's why I don't know what. You know what? It's any quarterback that would have been back there today would have got beaten up worse. Garoppolo gets, even the announcer said Garoppolo got that ball off incredibly fast. But you can't always get the ball off incredibly fast and be extremely accurate. That's not human.
Correct.
So, you know, I felt sorry for him.
Yeah, me too. And it's just, that's like, what is everybody just watching what they want to watch, or are they watching him get blasted too? Like blasted.
No, most people just don't like him. So no matter what the situation
I know,
is,
and I get
unless he's winning, they hate him.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can hate him all you want, but nobody can deny that Mike Mcglinchey is terrible. Most of the time I try to give him the benefit of the doubt. He was getting the rest of the O-line's doing what they're supposed to be doing for the most part. Trent Williams got beat late for the
I was going to say, Trent Williams escorted one guy back to go get Jimmy. I said, No, I know it's over now. Oh my God, Trent, what are you doing? You helped him get back there. So I said that it's over.
But Mike is just terrible, and it's another case where it looks like Shanahan just won't. He refuses to let guys go, just like Jared McKinnon. We held on to him after two ACL tears.
But look what he did to us
and
today.
Like,
that's what shocked me.
If he would have spent some of these picks on linemen and just trying to find new linemen instead of the running backs that he just doesn't use, maybe we wouldn't be in this spot if he could be a real head coach and just critique people properly and make adjustments. God damn it. Why is it we can't do – where's the jet sweep in the red zone? Why do we not do that? It got done to us like 3 times, and it worked.
Same play.
Why don't we do that stuff? I don't understand. What was the need to throw the ball? It was a situation that reminded me of the back when the Seattle lost that game, the Super Bowl, when they threw instead of running the ball. Mm-hmm. All we had to do was get the first down and then go. What was the need to throw?
We dropped behind. We got too far behind. Yeah, we got too far behind. And by the third quarter, now they got to throw. Were we down by 14 at one point? And then, but when you get to 14 points down.
Yeah, I think we were down by 14 when that interception Jimmy threw happened. But my thing is, we could have got a couple more yards and got the first down and gone from there. I don't understand. It's like the only time we'll really throw the ball. And then the other thing, people, every time we throw downfield, they don't goddamn catch it or it gets called back. What are we talking about?
Flag, don't catch it, or he's covered. That's what I was saying.
Our guy never comes down with the ball.
Yeah, how come other people get the people open downfield, but we can't? It's Jimmy's fault. Okay. Then I just quit. You got to.
Like, what games are y'all watching? Danny Gray, he had a penalty on him, and then he doesn't catch the ball.
Fast. God.
Yeah, I don't know. And that looked like Jimmy was waiting on him that time.
It was. And he didn't have no time either. Could have got killed back there waiting. So, I don't know what we're going to do. But anyway, fam.
Okay, on to the Rams. I'll see you tomorrow night, Ronbo.
All right, Derek. Have a good night.
Yeah. Don't take it too tough.
No, I'm done. I'm done being mad. Yeah. Hey, Bill.
Been waiting.
Oh, Bill.
Very disappointing.
Right,
yeah, I'm not going to blame Jimmy. And I'm going to say one thing: never say never. Never say never. Just don't even utter the words never. Okay, and I'm gonna put it like this. He got a lot of rough to kiss with Harbaugh, but it may not happen this year or next year. But let me make this clear. I think we should go for OBJ because it's showing like it's needed, and I don't really know if it really makes much of a difference.
Well,
but it would be worth a try. Our season is still open. It's still open. Yeah.
OBJ, he's the only wide receiver left that's really worth a damn. Well, they're trying to talk about Jerry Jeudy's up for sale and Claypool.
No.
If they can get Claypool, please. We don't have that downfield threat that everybody's always thinking we have.
Mm-hmm. That would open up Christian McCaffrey where he'll be able to run a lot more better, and it would keep the defense honest. They want to know what to do. I'm just making it clear. Go get OBJ. It's still time to turn the season around. We're going to beat the Rams. We've got a few easy games. I think we're going to struggle against the Cardinals, but we should pull that one off. Maybe question. I ain't going to hold my breath on that one. But we still got time to turn this around. Like, go get Odell Beckham Jr., get a good speedster receiver.
There's none left.
Defense.
OBJ would be the only thing you could get. I don't know how his leg is.
Defense needs to sit down together and watch a movie. The whole defense needs to communicate and sit down and watch a movie together and communicate on a night outing, just the defense, and learn how to cover deep. Because if we were to make it into the Super Bowl, we would meet Kansas City again. I have just that gut feeling they're going. And
Bill,
and don't even they only have 2 losses.
But Bill,
they only have 2 losses.
Did you hear what Pop said earlier? And I had forgotten all about that myself, and Kyle did too. You know what? You just sit back. You rush 3 guys, 4 if you want to, but everybody else sits back and waits. And this is how you stymie Mahomes. And what do? We went into a zone. He picks zones apart for dinner and lunch and breakfast.
And
Stop.
They call Richard Sherman out of retirement. See if he'll come out of retirement to help this defense to learn how to be a
Rich
team
is
again.
a zone guy too, though. But you know what? You got to have guys sit back and wait for him. This is why they struggled last year.
He put that team together. He helped keep that defense intact as well. You know, if anything, a leader to sit on the sideline and be our cheerleader.
You're right about that.
But come on now. Come on. We got to do something. We can turn this around. I know next week should be a W. I say should. If we don't win, that's when I'm going to get heated.
Oh, everybody
And
is.
we'll talk about Kyle. Let's just wait till the season ends to see how this goes. Yeah. And if there are really any good coaches out there, we're going to have to keep them because, you want another year of Jimmy Tomsula?
When is he available? We got to go, though, Bill. I'll see you tomorrow for Raw.
Shout out.
Niner!
Give me 40.
Bill, have a good night, fam. Great talking to you.
Yeah, man. I'm going to have a good night. I'm going to take a good nap after
There
this.
you go. And Victor says, poor Kyle, man. After every big play in TD, the camera would shift to Kyle, and poor guy just looked like a deer in the headlights already. He felt bad at one point. He did, didn't he? Kyle looked like, I don't know what else to do, you know? Because you know what? I understand they're going after Kyle, but also I see some players that are really screwing up out there. But I don't know. Maybe there's something to practice or something they could do. But it's wow. It's strange. Thanks for the contribution, Victor. Kenny Powers, come on in and go after Jimmy. I know you are getting ready to. Kenny?
Hello?
Yes, hello, Kenny. Come on in and let it all out.
It is what it is at this point. 3-4.
And which is funny because we could be back to 500 next week. It's a very strange league this year.
You got to start winning sometime.
Yeah. It would be nice to start
Just
next
all the way around to watch.
Now the Seahawks.
Montana and Harbaugh, even in the third quarter, I knew it was bad.
You know, the Seahawks, they're going to be in trouble next time we see them. That Seahawks team we seen the first time, they've changed because of Pete Carroll and his brilliant coaching.
If it does go downhill, we got to start talking about a new head coach.
They might. I don't.
He'll get bad.
He's bounced back from this before, though. Last year was worse. We went 3-5, right?
Pretty much quiet this year. He's coming back from injury and some personal stuff. So.
Yeah, but nobody cares. Most people don't care.
Yeah.
Injuries, you should be able to go out there with a teaspoon and beat a man that's swinging a sledgehammer. So, I always look at that.
Williams got beat today bad.
He's never got beat like that. Not on camera.
Yeah. I noticed that when I was watching the game. I was like, what's up with Trent?
And he escorted the man right back to Jimmy. And people got mad at Jimmy because he didn't see his blind side. Well, he probably trusts Trent. You know what would be scary, Kenny?
Yeah.
Now Jimmy says, Jesus, I don't know. What am I going to do? I got to look left. I could just depend on the left.
Too well for Jimmy, so we're going to load the box like everybody's been talking. They will do that.
They must have done that today,
back and pass at least 30, 40 times a game. That's the way it's going to be. The Capitals can only learn so much in another 7 days until the next game. So
yeah, the 49ers got to run, though. If they can't run, they got to find a way to run. Because that's what Kyle Shanahan, his whole offense is predicated off that.
6 years, it'll do it to you in San Francisco.
Yeah. Well,
if it does go bad, we got to get next year. We got to go out and get some talk to Sean Payton, and we got to get on the phone with Bill's Mafia and get that offensive coordinator in here. Maybe that'll turn it around next year.
They won't let him go. If you got something good, you got to hang on. Only we let coaches go like that. I mean, Mike McDaniel left. He took his offense. He took our offense with him.
That's true. We've been doing good at compensatory picks, but that's not saying too much.
It's not going to help us. Picks don't.
Yeah.
I mean, picks are developed, and it takes a minute for them to get better. But, I mean, they don't come in NFL ready usually.
Yeah. How it pretty much is right now. Looking outlook for us isn't looking too good. But hopefully we bounce back against the Rams.
Yeah. But it's got to be an effort we can't have mistakes. We're a team that can't really make mistakes. And it's from every position. You can't have special teams screwing up. It's even that way. Defense has to do well.
What it is, you have
Offense.
to play
This,
good next game.
yeah, this team is
I
like
don't know if
it's
you
a
can be
big
able to do that.
machine. If one part breaks down, the
Yeah.
whole car drops.
Yep.
Everything has to be running perfect. That's true.
It's rough.
I think everybody's
most
tired of it, you know.
I
6
guess
years.
most teams are like that, though.
6 years, you know, it's a long time.
Yeah, it is. Well, we'll see. Let's see what develops next. I
Yeah.
mean, we went through this last year, and Shanahan was fired
we
by
did.
week 4 and 5 and everything else. And what ended up happening? They pulled themselves
Well, we
by
did
the
turn around,
bootstraps
yeah,
and
sure.
started kicking ass. So I'm gonna wait. Anyway, Kenny, good to hear from you. Well, I'll be back tomorrow if you got some
Yeah.
more. All right.
Call tomorrow.
All right. Night, Kenny.
All right. Bye.
Hey, Santana.
What's up, Ronbo?
Santana, another beating.
How you doing, Ronbo?
Terrible. And because this wasn't just a loss, this was just a total ass whooping. That's the worst. I can't remember the last time the 49ers got beat like this. Even back when Tom Sula and Chip Kelly were running the team. Oh, that was brutal. God.
Ronbo, I'm not even mad, man. I just laughed, man. This was an ass whooping all around, Ronbo. This was an ass whooping, Ronbo. We got schooled hard. You know what I'm saying? It
We should have known,
sucks,
though.
man, you know.
Anytime. I mean, you know how everybody's been saying the defense been carrying the team all year? Today, the offense and the defense both got their ass handed to them. This is what you get. 44. They put a 40 burger, and if they'd been 5 more minutes, they'd have put a 50 burger on us.
I know, Ronbo.
Damn!
Like, stop the game.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh,
Throw
man,
a flag, white flag out of the field. Oh.
Someone, I was like, damn, bro. You know, Ronbo, I thought the defense was like, they covered themselves in butter or oil or something, and they couldn't make a tackle, you know? Everybody was just running through them like nothing.
I couldn't get over
I was
that.
like, oh my, you know what I'm saying? I mean, man, it sucks to watch, but it's like, you know, I don't know. There were just so many things that didn't go our way, you know? So, you know,
They had a great first half.
Mcglinchey, Ronbo, like, why is he still with the Niners? Why is he our right tackle, Ronbo? Why? He a couple times, like, before the season, in the beginning of the season, there was a couple plays that Trey almost got killed because of Mcglinchey.
I know.
Now, this guy is still blocking for us. He's a starter, and I don't know why he's going to get Jimmy G injured, Ronbo.
I was worried about that today. Because those dudes are coming in at
sooner or
full
later.
speed. Full speed. Oh, my goodness,
Ronbo,
didn't even
he
slow him
moves out the way for
down.
these guys.
Oh, God.
Ronbo, he opens the door for these guys. He's like literally those guys that stand in the door and just opens the door for people to come in. That's Mcglinchey right there, Ronbo.
It's called a turnstile.
Ronbo, I mean, this guy needs to. I don't know. They need to do something with the right tackle spot because they're going to get Jimmy G killed or someone back, a running back or someone going to get killed back there.
That's why everybody complains about George Kittle. That's why George Kittle's in the line. Because otherwise, we're not going to get anything going. The offensive line is going to collapse. Oh, man.
No, Ronbo. And I think that, you know, this is Kyle's fault, bro, because I just believe that, like, he thinks that his scheme can make everything else better, but sometimes it just cannot, Ronbo. Sometimes you got to think about the other team's player. Sometimes, like I said, you got to think about what's it called, like a J.J. Watt or what's it called, or a Joey Bosa coming at your right tackle. So your scheme ain't going to work sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So, I feel, man, we got to do something about the right tackle, though, for sure. And, I mean, the defense, Ronbo, like, come on. At the same time, you know, it's Patrick Mahomes, Ronbo. He's an elite quarterback, you know, and you can't go and you can't win. You can't fall back and go under and not score anything, Ronbo. Like,
You're never going to beat.
It's over.
Santana, we got to save some for tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow looking for you. All right.
All right, Ronbo. Let's keep our heads up, man. It ain't over yet.
That ain't. We'll win some games between now and then, but with this one we're having trouble with. All right, fam. Have a good night.
All right, Ronbo. Later, man. You have a good one too.
Hey, it's the other. Hey, Jack. Hello, Jack. Hello, Jack.
What's going on, Rambo?
Well, another non-victory Monday coming up, but otherwise, yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. Pain and
Man, what the
suffering. And
hell
we had to
was
go through
that,
this 2 weeks
Ronbo?
in a row, which is really bad. Normally, at least we don't have to go through 2 weeks in a row, usually. We didn't even rebound, and we got destroyed the second week. Ouch.
I don't know what the hell was that, Ronbo.
Nobody does.
Man, I got to put this one on Kyle, Ronbo. This team was not prepared this week. Wasn't prepared last week.
Jack, I need a little more volume from you. Can you?
Like a game behind.
Jack?
Get a little more volume.
Oh, that's a little better.
Can you
Yeah,
hear me
okay.
better?
Oh, that's much better. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I think I'm going to blame this one on Kyle, Ronbo. Kyle didn't have this team prepared last week. He didn't have this team prepared this week. And Mike Mcglinchey is still Mike Mcglinchey. I mean,
He's actually gotten worse.
I don't know.
I think his leg is hurting.
Yeah. Well, his neck should be hurting now, the way how they choked him.
The way they beat him up and knocked him down. My God, he made, oh, that was embarrassing. Knocked him down and stepped over him. Ooh, Mike.
Ronbo, now you know if that was any other offensive lineman player got choked on the play, they would have been, doing something, pushing, fighting, something. Mike McGlinchey just took it.
I know, right?
He
And
just
got
took
mad
it,
at the
Ronbo.
refs for not calling it.
No grit, Ronbo. We have, like the guy from I think earlier, our physicalness has gone down, but we got a lot of injuries as well. So they were tearing Gibson up today, Ronbo.
Oh, Gibson. And Jimmy's got a cast on his arm, so there's nothing he can do. But getting back to McGlinchey with that chokehold, I would have tried to break that dude's arm. He's trying to kill me, right? I'm coming down across his arm with a force that he ain't never felt before. And if the ref don't like it, I just tell him, did you see him trying to choke me out? All right, you didn't want to say nothing. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, slap that arm down or something, man.
I'm
Pull his face mask down. Come on. I mean, I would have, for his sake, I would have took a 10-yard penalty for that. You can't let nobody do it.
That's right. Let him know next
got
play.
A little bit soft,
yeah, next play don't be doing that. That's just downright criminal.
My assessment, from last week, I just think Kyle and these plays, man. I don't know, man. But there's something that I saw good this week. I think we are going to get better. I see a lot of teams, when they blitz, like when Tom Brady gets blitzed, he shoots the ball right where the blitz comes from. So if he's blitzing from the right side, the ball's going to be outlet right there.
Yeah.
And he hurts that defense. And, after a quarter or two, they stopped doing that. They got to, so I saw Kyle do it today, which I was very surprised. But we should have been doing that. And why Jimmy haven't learned to throw the ball away?
Twice today, I could not understand why he didn't think it'd be time to bail. He insists sometimes on trying to make a play, and that is where sometimes his downfall really is extremely his fault. Because you can blame the offensive line all you want to, but Jimmy, God damn it, you see the play's done.
Yeah.
Bail.
He backpedaling, Rambo. You're not supposed to backpedal, Rambo. You're supposed to step up. He backpedaling when you
step up in the pocket.
End zone over there.
And we've seen him. He knows how to do that. But why didn't you?
Oh man, yeah, but that play really was supposed to go over the middle, but he didn't see it, And another thing with Kyle, McCaffrey ain't gonna last him as long as he keep running up the damn middle, man. I don't know. Why he keep running?
Everybody asks that question.
You see how?
But Jack, we got to stop because it's short after the game. But I'll be back tomorrow night looking for you. Everybody's gonna want to ask that same question. Well, maybe we'll get some answers.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we'll bounce back next week. We got a series of games, next 5 or 6 games. I think we're gonna have a better record in those in the next 5 or 6 games. We should win some good games, 3 or 4 games in a row.
So you can build some confidence back up.
We'll be all right, guys.
All right.
Yeah, we just got to get our stuff back together, get healthy. We'll be all right.
All right,
all right folks. Take me out, Rambo.
Hey, yeah. Good night, Jack. Niner! Jack. Have a good night, fam.
All right.
And the Remedial Sports says, Kyle living in the shadow of McVay's ring. Oh, God. If there's anybody who needs to shut up, it's the Rams. What are you guys going to do? What? Yo, Ellis They featured the Rams and the Bengals on. Bleacher Report does this cartoon every week, the Super Bowl Hangover. You get a chance, look over Super Bowl Hangover in Bleacher Report. It's I really almost tagged you on that. I was going to give that to you. Yeah, you guys are. Ellis, where you at? All right. Yo, Adam.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, clearly.
Oh my gosh. Well, first I just want to say, Patrick Mahomes stays healthy. He's going to be the best quarterback of all time. Like, Patrick Mahomes, maybe like not statistically, but his just talent wise, like I've never seen anything like Patrick Mahomes in my life. Like
some of those throws,
he could just throw anything. And Kelsey, man, they're just giving me headaches the whole day. But we lost to the Chiefs. They're the Chiefs, best team in the NFL. So on the next week, we'll beat the Rams, per usual. But all I want to say is Kyle Shanahan needs to go. Like, I'm not even just saying it because, like, I'm mad and, like, we lost. And I understand we lose. And it's not Jimmy's fault. Mcglinchey sucks. We know that. But, like, it's really on Kyle Shanahan. You cannot tell me that any other coach in the NFL, if they had Christian McCaffrey, and granted he's getting like acclimated, but he still has that football mind. You have Kittle, you have Debo, you have Trent Williams, you have Kyle Juszczyk, you have Brandon Ayuk, you have all these players. That's not even on defense. These are all players that are the best of their position in the NFL. You're telling me you could barely muster up 20 points every game? They're barely getting 20 points. Like today,
red zone.
Man,
how many times were we in there?
We get in the end zone. First of all, you can't win a fucking football game scoring field goals with the Chiefs. You score touchdowns. I don't care if it's 4th and 5. You go for it because Chiefs score touchdowns. The Chiefs score touchdowns. Every time the Chiefs got in the red zone, they score. You can't. If you get 10, Chiefs are getting 14.
Don't forget, they did it on the same play every time. The dude ran it on the same play every time.
And it's not completely on the offense because the defense was atrocious. I mean, we just couldn't get off the fucking field. That 3rd and 20, I almost punched my TV. Like, and then the 3rd of 11, I know Ward was hurt, but like,
no, but
man,
you know what? This is what it looks like when both your offense and defense are sucking. Either one or the other. But we got to see both of them just struggling, and 44-point beatdown.
But it's not even Ronbo. It's not even like it's Kyle. I promise you. If I know it's unrealistic, but like just an example, like Harbaugh or somebody will change this team around. Not this year. Don't mess everything up this year. Just ride the season out. But
it's too late now.
Next year, like this team is better than the 2019 team talent wise.
Yeah.
It's just the coaching. It's just the play calling. Something isn't right. And it's not John Lynch's fault. I don't remember who said get rid of John Lynch. Why would we do that? John Lynch built a powerhouse of a team, of a football team. This team is better, like player-wise than the Chiefs. They just have Patrick Mahomes. But we got the best running back, arguably, the best tight end, arguably. We have the top 10 wide receiver.
But Adam, here's the thing. We got to go now, though. Well, what I didn't know is that they actually have a better offensive line than what I saw last week when they played against the Bills, which, by the way, I still think Mahomes is going to get a run from his money from Josh Allen. But we'll see how that works out in a few years. All right. We got to go.
See you
tomorrow. Yo, Adam. Oh, I'm sorry. Break.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Break. And yeah, nothing nice, I tell you that. It's just, this is the first thorough cleaning out of the 49ers we've seen in a long time. That was just a bizarre, just drag them through the mud, kick them, and throw them over the edge of the cliff. That was just outrageous. Wait, how'd you assess that game?
all three phases, man. It was everything. I mean, it was offense, defense, special teams. It was the entire, like, there wasn't any bright spot. I mean, we got beat everywhere. And I've heard a couple cars while I was waiting, listening, kind of stole what I was gonna say. I'm probably Trent Williams' biggest fan. I think he's probably one of the best players in the NFL. And today, I don't know if he came back too soon or something, but he looked horrible. He didn't even look like an average offensive lineman. He didn't even look like he wanted to be there. There were some blocks that he was just like wouldn't finish. He wasn't anchoring. It was really weird. And I mean, it was hard to watch. I actually had some people come over for the first time all year to watch the game. Everybody was pumped up about McCaffrey, and it was just, the vibe was cool, and people were leaving in the third quarter, and it was just like, what the heck's going on, man? You know,
boring.
It was my house, and I wanted to leave. You know what I mean? I was like, I wish I could get out of here too, man.
It would have been great. As everybody else leaving, you get into your car and you're pulling out too.
It was one of those games, man. It just kept spiraling, man. And you know, I try not to get too high on wins or too low on losses, but this one just felt weird, man.
Hopeless.
We were out.
I mean, like you said, we didn't win in any phase. We usually win one or the other. Well, normally we win on defensive end and the offense supplements. But now they both went down the tube at the same time.
Yeah, it was everything. Yeah, it was kind of like, what was it, Murphy's Law? You know, everything was gonna go wrong, and it did.
Everything that could go wrong.
And then the injuries started coming when the key moments. And you know, I mean, obviously Patrick Mahomes is great, Kelsey's great, but you know what? I almost feel like you just got to stop. You got to take Kelsey out of the game. Make somebody else beat you. And I know Hardman had some moves, but I mean, Kelsey he's open always. He's never not open.
That's why Buffalo beat him last week. They took Kelsey out of the game.
Take him out, and I think you'll disrupt a little bit. I mean, I'm not trying to rehash and try to tell him what to do. It's obviously not. It's done. But I don't understand why teams aren't taking this guy out. He's almost unstoppable. But if you take him out, the Chiefs are a different team.
They are.
You know, they're not the same.
You make the rest of the guys beat
team.
you.
Yeah. Let somebody else beat you. It was tough to watch. But like I said, I'm not gonna get too down on it. I'm still really pumped up about McCaffrey, man. For the place he was in, he was explosive.
Dude got 62 yards today, I think. And he didn't play that much. Break?
On these third downs, and he was shot out of a cannon today. So that was a bright side, you know? That was a good thing.
I saw some things I appreciate, and I'm sure they're going to be developed a little further in the next week even. So, but break, we're going to go, and I'm sorry about your party and get together. That's just such a sad state of affairs. So I tell you what, we'll see you tomorrow. It'll get better.
All right, you take care, Ronbo.
You too, break.
All right, bye.
And Victor A says you can tell the difference between Mahomes and Jimmy throws. Seems like every throw Jimmy makes looks so difficult, while Mahomes throws to wide open guys. Well, yeah, I actually would like to see Jimmy on a team with receivers that get that kind of open, or should I say an offensive setup where guys get that open. Contrary to what people believe, I'm sorry, but I don't see I see an accurate thrower most of the time. I'm sure a few throws get away here and there, but you give him, that's why when I saw Claypool open, I said, Claypool? Big, strong, fast? The Steelers want to let him go? Get him. See, and I thought Danny Gray was going to be the answer. I just need a guy to get open. Be fast and get open. And we don't have it. Ayuk's great, but he's not going to beat anybody downfield. He's going to be that guy that's going to lose his man, and you can hit him real quick with any kind of play. But that guy who can go way downfield and end up like that one that killed Chavarius today. See, when's the last time you see one of our guys do that? Hey, Norm.
This Niners all day.
Yes, I forgot to ask you what time it was because I was feeling pain. I need an aspirin.
Time to be sick, man. You see this right now, man? My team look thirsty as hell, man. My team look thirsty right now, Bo. Wasn't enough. There was not enough bang bang in this Niner game today, innit?
We didn't have no bang. We was using cap pistol.
A few splash plays like the George Kittle touchdown in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey was getting his legs moving. Why isn't like Ronbo? Have you gotten any masks from Dollar Tree or Dollar General like that?
And you got it, put it on and tore up. That was
It still provided more protection than the O-line had today, didn't it?
I love that analogy too.
Sick, man. It makes me sick. You couldn't do anything. This like the whole team took an L because of all the flags and false starts and nobody being in the right place at the right time. Like it's like Bosa coming back and getting 2 flags at
in the same play series. We saw things today we've never seen before.
How we get a 10-point lead and lose it like that? Every time we play the Chiefs and get a 10-point lead, they end up embarrassing us and breaking our hearts. And I knew it. As soon as we was up 10-0, I was like, here we go again.
Here we go. And you were right. I forgot about that. I usually wait till the fourth quarter to see if we're 10 points up. But you're right. Anytime we get 10 points, you score 3. You go 7 or 14, but stay away from 10.
You know who gets a game ball for me, though?
You got one?
Whoever fan decided to stay in that stadium until the clock hit 0, you have to have tough skin to endure that type of sickness, bro. I swear. If the team can't learn from anything, learn from this butt whipping. It beat them butt whippings. You ever got jumped before? Like, that's what the Niners need to take this butt whipping like that one butt whipping that you took that made you feel like nobody will ever whoop you like this again.
Norm, you mentioned that happened to me in junior high, and then I went and studied martial art. And then after a while, I got so cocky and confident, I was laying in wait. Y'all want to fight?
Niners right now, they look like the main dude that caught his wife cheating and the side dude beat his ass. That's what the Niners look like, bro. And that's all I gotta say. But it's still Niners all day.
That's right. We ain't gonna we hate them right now, but they'll rebound.
We was 3-5. Ronbo, we was 3-5 last year. Like I'm just sick right now because I'm putting on the show. You feel me? I'm sick right now. I'm choking like Cal Shanahan usually does against these Chiefs when he's 10-point up.
There you go.
Make up for it though, young man. Get it together, man.
Beat the Rams up.
And sweep LA. If you can do that, redeem yourself next week by sweeping LA. Figure out how to do that.
Please.
Man. And get that O-line together, man.
Don't. It's such a worrisome thing. I don't know what they can do to get that better. Jimmy's going to get his brains beat out. He's going to pick himself up. And people say, it's Jimmy's fault. So you know what? Jimmy needs to play offensive line.
Spencer Burford is the best one I've seen right now. Trey Williams came back and was, I don't know. Remember when Tupac said Brenda had a baby? Did the boy's name happen to be Brendel? Because his name's still trash.
Wait. Bro, we got to go.
That's all I got to say. It's Niners all day. Defeated Monday. Crow Mondays. I was coming.
Right? God, I hate that. Night, fam. There's Rudy still. Let me see. Boy, Rudy, have fun. Rudy, don't lose next week because you post it up. Have fun. And there's Ellis. Let's see if he's ready yet. Ellis.
Yeah.
Ellis, give us your short and sweet misery of a feeling.
The second half is where we lost the game.
Yeah. Well, we was behind in the first.
The second half is where we lost the game.
By 1 point, anyway. But they definitely lost in the second half dramatically.
So, it's ridiculous because when we keep doing this thing with the field goals, I've been saying it. When you play the field goal games and you don't complete drives, you end up losing games, because teams will come back. They get a certain amount of momentum. And the Chiefs, they come with firepower. They come with it. They come with it and they keep on coming. They don't they don't digress and start to fall off, which unfortunately it kind of seems like we do. Like we never build up and then just keep going and going and going. We got up and down and up and down and up and down. There's just a lot of inconsistencies with the entire offense. And I mean, the defense has been getting smashed the last 2 weeks. I'm just, I don't know. Where do we go from here is what I'm looking at. The Rams game, I mean, everybody's
bottom.
Yeah, well, shit. Let's hope that's what the case is, Ronbo. Because at this point, if we continue to play like this, we're gonna keep on getting beat. And this lack of production, we can't have this continue and go on and on and on. That was a poor. I mean, the first half looked good. Like Christian McCaffrey was running, looking good. The offense was moving. We just needed to score on these possessions. How the hell do we get all the way down to their 20, 25 or less, and we don't punch it in?
Mm-hmm.
We can't keep doing that. We can't keep doing that and putting it on Robbie Gold. Thanks, Robbie, for a 50-yarder. Thanks, Robbie, for another 50-yarder. Thanks, Robbie. I mean, it's 3 points each time. Thank God for him, but, I mean, shit, that's not enough.
I just wonder what they work on in practice. You guys know you're not good in the red zone, right? Well, why don't you work on that today? Wow.
And it has a lot to do with Kyle. You know what I mean? The offensive line was shitty. Yeah, the offensive line was shitty. I mean, another safety today, I mean, you should be letting Jimmy know, hey, we're right in the end zone. So if you don't see anything quickly, just throw the ball. I mean, throw it out, throw it away.
I don't understand.
So he's not running, because you kind of in the heat of the game, if nobody's reminding you, hey, we're in the end zone, Jimmy. Mm-hmm. So just remember, if it's 2-3 seconds, if
don't
you got
take
it
a sack
still,
back here.
And you don't find anybody, get rid of it.
Bail.
Just, don't carry it anymore. He had the ball too long, but I don't think Kyle's even reminding him of shit like that. At least he's not. That's what it's looking like.
You're right.
And he ran into a sack, and I mean, but just the offensive line was terrible. Mike McGlinchey, I mean,
but see,
if he's
Alex, that's the thing. Jimmy, you know that. You know there's no offensive line protection. So whatever you do it now. And he was doing that a lot. But in this situation, you didn't. Why?
Oh. I don't want to. Jimmy should be reminding himself of those things, but there should be other personnel, like a play-by-play, consultant or somebody who's like, hey, listen, you're at the such and such yard line. Don't forget. Hey, make sure you let your QB know that you guys are backed all the way into the end zone. To catch the play-by-play stuff in case guys have a lapse, because it does happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But anyway, terrible game. Brandon Ayuk, thank God, we had some offensive production. Yeah. George Kittle made some good plays.
98
Christian
yards
looked good.
George. But see, hey, Ellis, that's what the trade-off is. If George is having a good day with receptions, the offensive line is just looking like meat. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what they're gonna do. But we got to go, fam. You know how it is after the game.
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We got some work to do. You know what I mean? And we can overcome this. We beat the Rams next week, good, but it's not going to be enough. We're not going to get to the playoffs this year with 9 losses or eight losses, I don't think. Right. Regardless of how the NFC is looking, we're playing ourselves out of position by losing games we shouldn't have, i.e. the Bears and what's the other NFC team that we lost to?
We really got to move on. We can extend a little longer tomorrow. So
that's a bet.
I
all right, fam.
All right, fam. Night, Ellis.
Yeah, I'm pissed like the rest of us. Peace and love. And make sure you hit the like, subscribe, man. We rise, we fall together, man.
That's what it's going to be. All right, fam. Night, Ellis. Peace. And we move on to Johnny Gunn.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Well, yeah, we're having another week like we had last week. Johnny, I really don't care to go through this week after week. The 49ers have to stop this. They're more capable than what they showed today. Even if the Chiefs do beat you, let them beat you in a dramatic fashion in the fourth quarter. Don't have them whooping your ass for a whole half. That's the thing was so bad about this. Johnny, what are your feelings on this game?
Yeah, my head still hurt, Ronbo.
God.
Yeah, it was like I haven't seen this bad of a game in 49ers. I don't know when.
That's what I was saying. It was the last time I stomped them through the dirt like this.
Right. And we did pretty good until the second half, and then we just crumbled. I don't know. Like, we had a chance to score right before half. That's when Jimmy threw a pick in the end zone. So, I threw my phone
to the
down.
smallest
Then,
man on the field. Jimmy, why in the hell are you throwing a Ray McLeod, expecting him to beat them defender? Sometimes quarterbacks always say, I try to give my guy a chance. Jimmy, he's 5'9". The guy standing behind him is standing over top of him. Just throw somewhere else.
Yeah, he could have thrown the Kittle, man, or somebody else. You know what I mean? And,
JJ, anybody was out there. Anybody but Ray.
We got to get this offense together. We need to score when we need to score. When we get close to our touchdown, just score. Don't settle for field goals, just score.
They made that difficult for some reason. I don't know what the 49ers do.
Mcglinchey, he need to step it up or something, man. Or
he needs to sit
or get out.
down. Just
he done got choked down and everything. I don't know what he's doing.
Let Jalen play. At least he did a little better than this.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna come out hard. And Jimmy Ward, I don't know why he was in the game with that club. With his, hand wrapped up and stuff like that.
And it's a big cast,
he
too.
He couldn't do nothing, man. He was letting people burn him and stuff. And, you should have just let him out. And I don't know, man. I'm just all upset, you know what I mean? And I don't know. It's crazy. It was a team loss, you know what I mean? Both offense and defense. I just can't wrap my head around what happened. You know what I mean? We started off good, but at the end, we got our brain beat out.
And fam, here's the thing. Everybody plays Mahomes is going to try to throw the ball a length of the field on every throw. So what do teams do? They sit back and they keep that receiving group in front of them, and you rush 4 people. You got the whole field covered. This makes it a little more difficult for a guy like Mahomes. What do? We sat up in the zone. Yeah. Here you go, Patrick. You've got this area, and this area to throw to. If you guys sits in the zone right here, you should be okay. And he did.
Right.
D'Amico.
Yeah, what it was, we had a lot of people injured on both sides, too. You know what I mean? They're just coming back. So I think we'll be okay after this week. I think we're going to beat the Rams. And, we're going to the playoffs, man. That's what I think.
You're going to right to ship before, yeah. Well, maybe. Because there's a lot of teams around the league that are 3-4, 3-3, 4-3. I mean, it's
in
very
our division,
Yeah,
especially in our division,
NFC,
stuff like that. Got a chance. Yeah.
You may see a team get in.
And I want to beat the Eagles, man. Like, everybody talking about the Eagles like they tough, stuff like that. My brother, he calling me talking about what happened to the 49ers, man.
I get the phone
I said, we'll see y'all in playoffs. Yeah,
we don't play till the second half. We get better as we go. We're a money team.
Heck, yeah. So we're gonna ride for the 49ers. I don't care. We had this game that's let down, but we still going to the playoffs.
We ain't done yet.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Let me see tomorrow, Johnny Good. All right.
All right.
Monday Night Raw.
All right.
All right, fam.
Okay, brother.
Have a great night.
All right. All right.
And here's the guy. Hey, Tony. Oh, I know Tony's got plenty to talk say about this.
Hey, Ronbo.
Tony, we took it and didn't even get a kiss, but we just got done up. God.
Ronbo, I don't care what game you're playing. You could be playing marbles in the backyard, but you can't get 10 penalties, drop balls,
I keep
missed
forgetting
tackles.
about that.
Quarterbacks getting smashed, didn't capitalize on the punt. Jet McKinnon makes a 3rd and 20.
Oh my God! We got rid of him. He left and he was all pissed off. Somebody asked him about wanting to stay with San Francisco. He said a very bad thing about San Francisco, and he came out today and he put an exclamation point on it.
You can't stop 3rd and 20. I mean, what's going on? Yeah, I mean, people are starting to wake up, Ronbo. Yeah, they're calling for that guy's head. Time for him to go. McDaniels, I told you, McDaniels was the one drawing up all the plays for him. Now he's not there.
I know, right?
The guy's
it's pretty clear
on the sideline with his thumb in his mouth.
Deer in the headlights. Somebody said
Sucking on
every
his
time the
thumb.
camera kept pointing on to him every time the 49ers screwed up.
He's confused.
He does
You
look
know,
confused,
you
too.
You can't blame Jimmy for that game. No way. I mean, if do this, swap quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Right?
I already asked people.
And the
I was like,
Chiefs,
okay,
the Chiefs still would have won.
Put Mahomes on our side of the field. Put Rodgers, Brady. Put anyone back. You let me see how fast they go down. Because Jimmy did go down real fast. He got some shots off. Even after he got the shot off, they still drive his ass in the ground. Bam, bam, bam. I said, you know what? And Jimmy's got a quick release too. They're still getting him before that, just as that ball leaves his hand. That is brutal. Oh, and they showed a film clip, or they showed a replay of it during the game. They showed one after the other. Garoppolo was on his horse the whole game, but he's still getting the ball out of his hands. But what kind of way is that to quarterback?
No, you can't win a game like that. I mean, I thought Carl watched the Super Bowl. What happened? What
He
was
said
he watching?
he did.
Yeah,
He made no adjustments.
Good on you. No adjustments at all. And yeah, I mean, the third and longs that they let him on, you know, like I said, the King one was third and 20. He still made it.
Wait,
I
Tony,
mean,
hold on a second.
You've got to tackle, boys.
Tony, hold on a
You
second.
have to
Tony. Hey, when you're calling, don't unmute because see that's what happens. You ended up coughing into the show. Please hold, call in, freeze. We'll get you in just a minute. All right, go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, you know, I mean, the third and longs as well. Plus, we didn't capitalise on that punt that they fumbled right on the goal line.
And the flags, Tony, that you mentioned earlier. Every time we made a huge, beautiful gain, flag 49ers. Oh.
You can't gift the other side 100 yards and expect to win a game. You know what I mean? That's ridiculous. I mean, anybody that thinks you're going to win a game like that has got rocks in their head. Seriously. And Carl's behind the whole coaching thing. They got, what's his name, Christian McCaffrey. He didn't even know how to use him. You know, he's going to come out. I just want to hear the press conference. I want to hear all the bullshit
that's
excuses.
Gonna be vicious. Ooh.
And the only thing I thought, Ronbo, where I could maybe give him a 10% pass was all the players that stepped up to play the game that were injured are probably only 75% fit.
Yeah, because that was not Trent Williams. Nick Bosa still looked a lot like Nick Bosa. Jimmy Ward's out there playing with a cast on, Tony. Tony,
Other than that,
yeah, I agree. Tony, but let's see you tomorrow and just try to get over this. Have a beer and relax. It'll be okay.
All right, brother. Shout out to everyone and see you in the next chapter.
Looking forward. See you tomorrow.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. And NG49 says, I always smile. We was 2-14, both wins against the Rams. I know, right? I'm glad you pointed out so Rudy can see that. Rudy, you know what? Don't even. And there it is. This is what we need tonight. Mamacita. Latino. Heat. Latino. Here. I mean, I know you got plenty to talk about. Go ahead, Emilio.
Oh, man, I told you we were going to win this game.
But did you know we was going to get a brains beat out, though?
You know, it didn't matter if we were going to brains born. I told you, there's no way in hell we're going to beat the Chiefs with Shanahan's half-ass play calling. It's been shown. It's shown. Shanahan needs to go. I'm going to start calling this the blue balls offense to get you excited, but you can never finish.
I like that analogy. It's funny.
And here, from here on in, it's the blue balls offense to Shanahan.
I mean, they run all the way down the field. They just 49ers just gaining, moving down the field. Get to the 10, 15-yard line.
Exactly.
Oh, we can't do it. Oh, why?
You couldn't finish. You told you know what? Never mind. Get out.
Terrible.
Like,
McCaffrey just got there. I guess they couldn't use him. But I was thinking, Kyle, use McCaffrey now? Hey, Kyle, how about now?
But see, that was the one I had already I thought it the other day. I was like, he'll play, but he's not going to make a real difference because Shanahan was still doing the same thing. I told you, what's going to happen we're gonna lose this game and we're gonna win next week, just because McCaffrey's gonna get a better shot. Because I know Shanahan wanted him to throw the ball to him, but he wasn't ready for that. Because you could tell it was a couple plays. Man, if I just thought, I said, yeah,
I know,
he's
right?
not ready for that.
I saw he was
might,
right
he
over the
might
float.
make the wrong cut, and then
Yeah, but he had leaked out a couple of
he made
times.
the wrong cut, and then everybody else would. You think everybody really would have been blaming Jimmy, like, oh, see, Jimmy can't do it. But no, everybody said no. This was the game. It didn't matter if we were going to get blown out or not. No matter, we were going to lose this game no matter what happened. No matter if McCaffrey was here or not. A lot of hurt players came back. You see, we didn't really get a second to the third quarter. So,
And that was hard earned.
So, yeah,
Did you
I
see them
was
chokeholds?
yeah, no.
Boy, they had him. Look just like the Super Bowl. Dude had full arm locks on his neck. I said, and look at the Chiefs. And they had Mcglinchey by the throat.
Stuff like that doesn't even make sense because it's just excuses. You know, if we can't beat the refs, so be it. We can't worry about the refs. Shanahan has so many Pro Bowlers on offense. You can't fucking score. That's your problem. Shanahan's a problem. We could just might as well give the team to D'Amico and let D'Amico find himself an offensive coordinator. Because he'll work with the defense either way.
And that way, that offensive
coordinator,
that offensive coordinator only works with the offense, which ain't a bad idea. Because Kyle, when Mike McDaniel left, he took his offense with him.
So hey, but see, that's not the point. That's supposed to be Shanahan's offense. Shanahan is the reason, you know, you got Sean McVay, Mike LaFleur, and all the other guys out there. It's because of Shanahan. How these guys succeeded, even Sean McVay has one up on you already. He has a Super Bowl. And you can't get a Super Bowl? Something's wrong with you, dude. He didn't sold the farm. Sean McVay and the Rams didn't sold the farm and won a Super Bowl. You're trying to do the same thing, and you look like straight dookie out there. So, dude, it's him. It's Shanahan. There's no way you cannot tell me that this dude can't, like I said, over and over again. I repeated it like the other day. Pro Bowlers on offense. You have Debo. You have Kittle, Juice. You finally got McCaffrey. I mean, McCaffrey still waits to be seen what else he can do, but still, you have Pro Bowlers on this offense. There's no excuse why you cannot put up more than 20 points a game.
And you see them plays.
You should be able to put up 30 a game.
And you see them plays Andy Reid ran against us. That's what Kyle's supposed to be capable of doing. He's supposed to be brilliant.
It's the same, Ronbo. It's the same. Last week, same thing happened. We run the ball. They did the same thing that they did. The Falcons did us. The Chiefs did us. All these ins arounds and all this other stuff we do. It got done to us. The thing is, I guess the thing is, every other offense has done figured it out. Oh, we do what Shanahan does to us. We'll do it to him, and he can't stop his own playbook. So it's sad. I was like, dude, you design these plays, and they're getting done to you, and you're getting your ass whooped. That's sad.
And thoroughly today. And the dude scored the same touchdown 3 times. Ran the same
and it was
touch.
crazy.
Said,
you got that. Well, I forget number 17, Hardman. You have him in the backfield like you have Debo back there, and Debo's supposed to be doing that to other teams. Not they're getting done to you. I said, dude, they didn't figure your offense out.
They figured it out.
Something else out. Do it to them. I said,
That's all
if
they
they're
do.
doing that same play to you, do it to them. Like, dude, okay, you want to go tip the tat? Let's go.
He's got to alter it. He can't. They were waiting for Debo. He came around the corner. 3, 4 dudes said, "Hey, Debo, we waiting for you, bro. Come on over." Man.
If you got Ray out there, he's supposed to be fast. Put him back there. Do that. You got players that got speed.
And
if
quickness.
you had McCaffrey out there, you're gonna tell me McCaffrey can't run an end around?
Oh,
Come
yeah,
on,
he
it's
can.
not
But that
that
boy
damn
looked
hard.
good today with a little bit we seen him.
That's
We got to go, though.
my point. Is that, dude, I get that. Like I said, listen, you have all these Pro Bowlers, Ronbo. There's no way Shanahan should not be doing it. But, hey, it is what it is. I still say Shanahan has to get fired at the end of the day. Bring back Harbaugh. I'm on Harbaugh. Bring him back.
I know you do.
All right.
All right, Phil. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Have a good night.
Yeah. Yes, local rule. I did. Why don't you listen and stop talking out of your ass? What am I didn't blame Jimmy for nothing. Who said I didn't? I just got to complaining about him how many times? Shut up. Oh. J-Dog.
Yo, Ronbo, what's up, brother? What's going on? Long time,
J-Dog,
man.
I
Always
have been a long
listening,
time.
though.
How you doing? Now we're sitting there.
Yo, man. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
No, we're just going through the pain of another loss. You know, because normally we get a loss, at least we got to wait a couple of games. But 2 back-to-back, and this one, we get a beat down in 1 week from the Falcons, and then we get destroyed the next week. What in the world is anybody supposed to Local Rogue, you know that's bans to get banned, okay? I said no picking on any communities. That goes to the gay community too. Do one more thing. I can't wait to get you on here. J-Dog, go ahead.
Well, let me thank you, Ronbo. Shout out to Ronbo Sports. Hit the like and subscribe, man. Ronbo's the man. I appreciate you guys and what you do.
It's my pleasure.
Just listening to a lot of the callers, man. I really, really appreciate the fact this is J-Dog from Boston. Boston in the mother effing house.
With that great accent.
Just the president of the Kyle Shanahan I Hate You fan club. Yes, it's me. And I'm so thankful that now, yes, some of the faithful have come to the party, have come to the table with me. Thank goodness. Because this Kyle Shanahan crap is hurting my soul. I need Kyle Shanahan on line one right now. I need you. What's going on, man? You're killing us. All these assistants are going other places, and their teams are on the right track, and you're still here. And this defense has carried this ball club year after year. You're still here. You can't make an adjustment. And if it's not one thing, it's another. When it's Jimmy, it's the offensive line. It's guys dropping passes or
flags
or whatever. Or you don't have any urgency when time is ticking on the clock. What are you working on? This is not just about play calling. You're a head coach. This is sickening. This is sickening to my soul. I've been a fan for over 35 years. I ain't going nowhere, but you gotta go. And if you want to blame this defense, you probably don't know anything about football. This defense has carried this ball club. I give this defense a pass. All right? We're playing with two defensive tackles that are backups right now, and teams are starting to smell blood in the water. You can attack the 49ers in the run game inside now. You know, you don't blame that on D'Amico. D'Amico Ryans is giving you all he can give you. And I'm not even mad that we lost this game. But the fact that we struggle to put up 20 points is absolutely ridiculous. And Kyle Shanahan, and the scary thing about it is Kyle Shanahan has this organization in the palm of his hand, and he's been extended until 2025. So what are we going to do? This man can't make adjustments. This man's ego is in the way of this ball club. We have an all-star team. And we scored 20 points.
Strange to get those.
Struggle to score 20 points? You're going to the off season. You're going to the season with this offensive line. Thank goodness Aaron Bates came along or whatever. But Jake Brindle, give me a break. Mike Mcglinchey, give me a break. Come on, man. It's ridiculous. You got all these players on offense that are getting paid, and you're not even using them correctly. You're not even using them. It's ridiculous, and I'm sick and tired. The faithful has spoken. Kyle Shanahan, show up. I need you on line one on Ronbo Sports. Talk to the faithful. This is ridiculous, Ronbo. I'm sorry, man.
No, don't be. You speak for a lot of us. That was just outrageous today. To get beat like that, and then it looks like somebody held us up and just beat us continuously for the whole second half. Fam.
I told my son, man, I said it's like when I stole something when I was a little kid, like my mom gave me a good ass whipping or something, man. You know what I mean?
I know.
And the thing about it, Ronbo, man, is it's not to cut you off, but the thing about it, Ronbo, is if you look at, we got beat by the Falcons. They got the brakes beat off them today. Okay?
I know.
By the Bengals. You know what I mean?
Oh. J-Dog, we got to pull up some facts. We're gonna usually kind of give you short after the game. But J-Dog, I missed you. You need to come back in tomorrow if you got some time, will you?
Yeah, you got it, Ronbo. I appreciate you guys with everything you do.
Good to hear from you again.
Shout out to the faithful, man. I love y'all, man. Boston in the mother effing house. Niners in the house. Ronbo Sports in the house. Let's go. Hit that like and subscribe. Peace, Ronbo.
Thanks, fam. Good to hear from you. Talk to you later.
Peace, bro.
There goes J-Dog. Speaks for many, many of us. Christopher Hager says, I think we should try Brock Purdy, no offensive line, though. Well, fam, I agree with the last caller changes. Yeah. When people say put Brock Purdy in, is it that you're just giving up the game? Because even though you think anybody thinks Jimmy's just awful, and a lot of people do. Brock Purdy, he went in there against the backups and he still struggled. So you put him up against a first-string defense. I don't know. To me, that sounds scary. I don't know that he's ready for that level of competition just yet. But, at this point, whatever makes people happy, I'm getting to the point I'm not going to care anymore. Hey, Fly Guy.
Ronbo.
Fly Guy. Another beating. And by the way, Falcons, right, how they beat us up last week, and then today they got beat. So I was hoping they'd beat Cincinnati just so I could say, see, they're not as bad as I thought. They're not as bad as anybody thought. I knew they were physical. But Fly Guy, let me stop. What are your feelings on this? I can't wait to hear this.
Wow, are you surprised?
Oh, wait, okay. You know what? I'm not surprised they got beat, but Fly Guy, I'm surprised they got beat in that fashion. He just got the brains beat out and just stepped on and kicked it and spit on him after they. I said, my God.
I'm not surprised.
Where's the shame?
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised because I told you already. Mahomes is the leading QB in touchdown in the NFL. If we don't go touchdown for touchdown, we don't spend. It's going to be an offensive game. It's not going to be a defensive game.
But
the defense played well.
But you know what?
You cannot stop Mahomes.
But the thing is, they didn't do that last week again. The Buffalo beat them in the fourth quarter on a Mahomes mistake. They stayed neck and neck. That just goes to show you the difference between the elite teams versus us in the stage we are right now. Because
no.
I'm just saying they did smart things though. They made sure that the tight end did not, what's his name, did not kill you. They shut him all the way off, and he made the rest of the guys beat you. And it didn't work. And they played a defense that made sense. You rush 3 or 4 guys, and you put everybody back in coverage. This is how you stop Mahomes. We're out there playing zone defense, and Mahomes loved it. And then he goes, now the offense, we got no offensive line. So Jimmy's out there throwing with 1.5 seconds the best he can. And finally, it doesn't work. We can't run. They stopped us from running. Well, anyway, go ahead.
But listen, Ronbo. Football is a game of strategy. It's like you adjust to what the other team is doing. Same thing I was saying. I've been telling you from every time I call. Ronbo,
stop.
If we don't do that, we're gonna lose.
Whoa. Local Rogue, you're out of here. That's all I needed. You got racist on me, huh? Get his ass out of here now. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I said if we don't do those things, we're gonna lose. Look at how KC used exactly what I was saying against Nick Bosa. When a player is so aggressive, use the aggressiveness against them. And it's numbers of times KC was just, rushing everybody in. All Kyle had to do is use Christian McCaffrey right behind him with a little screen pass. Let him come in and just. That's the same thing they were doing to Bosa right there.
I know,
to the point Bosa was confused, like, wow, it's too easy because he's rushing too fast.
Oh, you're so right. Did you see his face?
Yeah.
Bosa looked up in the sky like, oh my God.
That's what you call good coaching. They know how to stop those aggressive pass rush.
See?
Kyle is not doing that, Ronbo.
Amen.
Kyle is like, oh my God. Kyle, it's so many times we could have let them come in and throw McCaffrey a little pass behind him. Boom, touchdown.
Well, maybe McCaffrey's not quite ready for that. He's only been with us a couple of days. But you know what?
I don't care who.
We have other guys. It doesn't have to be McCaffrey. Could have been anybody.
Yeah, but I'm just saying he didn't use McCaffrey. What McCaffrey best at? He best at running on the outside, tosses, screen passes. He running them up the gut. He's gonna get hurt. He running in the teeth of the defense.
And they're going to be out of another running back again. That's true.
You got to get him in the open field, Kyle, because he's more elusive. Like, get him tosses, tosses, screens.
And the bottom line on what you're saying is, Kyle, you're supposed to be more. You know this game in and out. Why don't you apply some of that intelligence to your offensive schemes, and then maybe things don't look like they do? And that's what you just said. That was basic football, fam. Why did he do that?
If I'm not a coach we not a coach, we can see that. How you a coach and you can't see that?
I don't get
Come
him.
on, man.
Some of the plays he did.
That's why everybody be blaming the players on the field. It's not the players. It's the people who's making the decision on the field. That's why they don't put the players in the best decision to win. Because if Kyle would have adjusted how the defense was rushing so fast,
and the
he could
Chiefs
easily just
and the Chiefs aren't even tough that off the
behind
edge.
them.
They're not that good off the edge. What are we doing? We're running that ball right up their gut. Oh no, man!
Yeah.
Okay.
And Jimmy G was the best player on the field today for the 49ers because he stood in the pocket and made a lot of passes. He threw over 300 yards.
That not many people could have made that. That heat was on his ass quick.
He threw over 300 yards today.
I know. Would you let me get him off, please, Kyle? I mean,
Who
Fly
said
Guy.
them?
Like we got to stop. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. It's
All right,
production pressure. Okay. Appreciate you, fam. All right.
What's up?
Yo, T.
Yo.
T, come on in, man.
Man, what's the deal?
Whooping. You know, we go savage when we get beat. We got to blame people, and Kyle's on the top of the list. Jimmy gets number 2. Jimmy's always number 2 or number 1. It's never, no matter what happens, Jimmy's 1 or 2 of the worst reasons why we lost. And then you go down the line. But go ahead.
Man, I'm gonna start off by saying this. Me and my homie, we have a phrase for this team that this is the most incompetent group of people we've ever witnessed to walk the face of the earth.
That's serious.
It's probably exaggerating, but that's how I'm feeling right now. I have a lot of things.
We just lost. Everything's allowed. Your emotions are gonna go wild. But go ahead and amplify.
No, it's frustrating, and it's the same things every week. We constantly do dumb shit at the most inopportune times, and that's just how I look at it. I don't get it.
And consistently.
Like there was like little things that pissed me off. Like, Juwan, why are you pushing this dude out of bounds, bro?
It's
bro. I'm not the only one who's seen that too. Juwan, why would you push him out of bounds? He's already stepping out of bounds. Robbie, why are you taking shit out of the end zone when we need the time on the clock? And then we get holding, and then we turn the ball over. I'm like,
how many yards did we get penalized today? I think we were approaching 100 yards. I know we got at least 65 or 70 because last time I looked, it was that.
It's ridiculous.
No discipline. We haven't been getting all those flags. Even last year, when we weren't even as good as we are now, we weren't getting all these flags. You got 1 or 2 flags a day from the offensive lineman they couldn't hear because we're playing in another stadium. He couldn't hear. The offensive linemen at the edges, right? They can't hear. Your tackles. So I excuse that. But what's with all these other flags, guys? Why are we holding? Nick, you lined up in the neutral zone how many times in the same series? Are you serious? You've never done that before.
Crazy.
Okay,
crazy. It's ridiculous. And then the defense, I'm not even really mad at them.
No, they're still
necessarily all the way. But a lot of, like, Jimmy Ward shouldn't have been in the game. He was getting worked all day.
Oh, and that big old cast on his arm.
Charvarius was getting worked all day.
Oh,
it was bad. Like, it was like when they even got the lead, they was up by 10. I'm not even excited. I'm like, this is gonna probably be gone within like 5 minutes. Lo and behold, 14-13. I'm like, see,
within seconds.
Like I'm not even gonna get excited for this. Like I've seen this story too many times.
But I thought they might hold or get a grip and figure something out at halftime to come out, make some adjustments. No adjustments. We're going to continue to let this team just beat our brains out. We're going to do a lot of the same things. And when you see Hardman come around the corner, get out of the way and make sure he gets in. Let's show him some San Francisco hospitality.
And I'm tired of these weak-ass slants that don't work, bro. These slants that it's so... Oh, my goodness.
They know they're coming.
We know, like, I'm literally watching it on TV. I'm like, it's either a slant or a screen. Slant, no gain, drop the pass. Screen, no blocks. That's not.
I mean, you can't do that too much because if I'm a defense, I know what to prepare for. Anyway.
I'm like, bro, if we if we're calling out the plays from here, that's a problem.
I know, right? And we're calling the defense from here because that means, Kyle, what are you doing? Even we know better than that. You should know better than that. Anyway.
It's
man,
like college just runs the same plays every week. Yeah, it's all good, man.
I'll be back tomorrow looking for you if you got time.
It's all good, my dude.
Night, T.
All right, peace out. Night.
And we go to North Florida where Renzo is feeling the pain. Renzo!
Greetings from North Florida.
I'm glad your spirits are still high.
Ronbo, I'm pissed right now, Ronbo. My spirit is broke again.
It's annoying, ain't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
You
this
hear
just
me?
doesn't make any sense. I'm listening. You turn your volume down on your whatever your device is. It's good into your earphones.
Oh, okay. Hold on. That was. It's just like I can't believe what happened.
None of us can.
21.
Well, Amito can.
Rumble, if there was some more time left, Rumble, they would, like you said, they'd have put up 50. Yeah. I was talking to my one of my homeboys. I say, man, Yorks is worth what, $5 billion? Hey, fire Kyle and go get somebody, cause man, we messing up on basic stuff. I'm like, yo, Kyle, what is going on, bro? You got too much
do you worry that he may have lost the team to some degree? Because they used to play harder than this.
Hey, you sometimes you need that player that call people out. Like, listen, we got this. You got to go talk to Jed. Y'all got to do an open door policy. Because John Lexington put a good team together. So I can't be mad at him. He done put you some good talent together.
No, you're right about leadership. I just realized when you had Richard Sherman, Joe Staley, and some of the other guys, veterans around there, they weren't dragging ass like sometimes I've seen them doing for the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. And I'm like, basic. We stuck at basics. And you know what, Ronbo? People might be mad, but you know what? I wasn't even too mad at Jimmy today. I wasn't too upset with him. He played pretty decent.
He was under
He had some
siege.
flaws. Yeah, but he actually, like you said, he stood in there, he took the hits, and he delivered the ball. I was like, wow. 200 for 300 yards. I'm like, okay, all right.
Yeah, but he needed
I'll take that.
He needed to get rid of the ball a couple of times.
That safety.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, when the play dead and you right there, kick the field goal, man. Kick the field goal. We take what we can, come back and fight again. But what is it with this 10-point lead, Rumble?
It's a jinx. I hate that. And so I forgot we had a 10-point lead. I didn't pay it no attention. And then somebody pointed out earlier, I said, ooh, I forgot about that.
That should be the new thing, man. If Gold's finna kick the field goal and it's going to make 10 points, something ain't miss it, brother. Don't do it.
Or either that or
Don't
just,
do it.
in that case, settle for 3 just because of the jinx and come back and get a touchdown later.
Yeah.
Don't put 10 up there.
Yeah,
Oh, don't do it. Oh.
And I'm just sitting here, Rumble. I'm watching the Miami game. I'm like, why can't we look like this kind of stuff?
Are the Dolphins winning?
Man, yeah, they winning, but they moving the ball down the field pretty good. I'm like, this is crazy.
But see, that's the thing, Renzo. We can move the ball down the field, but when we get around the 10, 15-yard line, all of a sudden we freeze up. I said, Kyle, you can't run the same plays you've been running for the last few years and get into the end zone. Everybody knows what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Do something a little different. Make a concept off of another one of your concepts that you like. But stop doing that. It's not working.
We can't keep wasting this good team we got, man. I'm like, bro, it's hard, but one thing about it, Ronbo, I'm on day shift. I'll be on here tomorrow night.
All right, we're looking for you. All right, fam. It's
All
gonna
right,
get better.
man.
It can't get any worse.
All right.
All right. Night, Renzo.
Oh, your boy, it can get worse.
Oh, no, please don't say
can,
this.
but I hope it-
Oh, my God. So that'd be next week. 49ers lost 65. Oh, God. Oh, my God. We're Montgomery State. Fam, I'm going to say, have a great night, Renzo.
All right, man.
And there's OG Niner fan. Come on in, fam.
What's up, Ronbo? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I just want to say one thing.
No, go ahead.
It was a couple of callers ago that was right on point. I live here in Kansas City. I've been a Niners fan since 1984.
All right.
First of all, we got beat by a Kansas City Chiefs team that had 3 rookies in their secondary. Pacheco, a rookie running back. What we have to understand is, first of all, Kyle Shanahan, you want a coach and a quarterback that you can win because of, not in spite of. And Shanahan is an in spite of coach. And it's been 6 years. Before Trey Lance got hurt, he stood at the podium and said, me, I. It's still 6 to 7 years in, and Kyle Shanahan is, we have some things to work on. We have to get better. No, it's not we. It's you. Look at Kyle Shanahan's record. He's 45 and 47 winning percentage since he's been with us.
500.
He has not done anything to make adjustments. When you sit there and you look at that game, all the people that cheered and were happy because Trey got hurt. Remember when Trey hit Danny Gray to the sideline? Remember when he hit Sherfield to the sideline? Kyle really can't call the plays because Jimmy cannot throw the ball over the shoulder. He can't throw outside the numbers. So one, Kyle is really limited on what Jimmy can do. Jimmy locks on to one player. When you look at the game of Madden, you have what's called
OG. He just hit Ayuk outside the numbers last week. Here's the thing. It's okay to blame the facts. Okay. Garoppolo doesn't throw outside the numbers, mostly because usually that's not drawn up. When you saw Ayuk step out of bounds last week with that pass, it was a flag on the play and it brought it back, right? Yeah, this thing about what he's capable of doing versus what another quarterback can do, I think they're over-exaggerated and probably a little too often. But go ahead and get to your point, but I just want to make that clear.
I'm a realist, and I give Jimmy a pass today because he stood in the pocket and he took some shots downfield. But what's hurting us is because the cornerbacks are playing us to the inside of the numbers, and our wide receivers cannot get releases. When I sit here and watch them play the Raiders, I watch the Chiefs lose to the Colts, and really Devontae Adams was getting behind their defense. One of our callers asked a question that was very important. How come none of our wide receivers are getting behind the cornerbacks?
Everybody wants to know.
I just think basically the thing of it is Kyle needs to be relieved of some of the duties. We traded for a running back, and here's what's getting ready to happen. Let's not even worry about really this year. We have a young quarterback that's going to start next year. Where is our line going to come from because we gave up? Do you know how many we're starting to draft in the hole?
That's what I'm telling you. You don't have an offensive line, you can put the greatest quarterback of all time back there. The results are going to be similar. So until that gets fixed and adjusted, Trey being a youngster like he is and not much experience, that's not going to work.
We need an offensive coordinator. And we got 3 running back coaches on the sideline, Anthony Lynn and Bobby Turner, and we still can't run.
We already asked, the question's already been asked, what have they contributed to this offense? OG, we got to run out of time, though. If you got time, right. Great to hear from you. We'll talk again, all right? If you got time for tomorrow, I'll be back.
All right.
All right, fam. Have a good night. And it's a glow of sunshine. It's Tony. Tony, get in here.
Aloha, Ronbo. How are you feeling right now?
Well, I'm moaning and groaning, and I'm actually, it's so funny when I do this and start fielding calls. Pretty soon I feel like maybe somebody needs to cheer up. I try to. It doesn't work real well, though, Tony. But Tony, go ahead.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm listening into all the other callers, and everyone is rightfully upset. This team has so much promise with the amount of talent that's on there, and it's so frustrating to see them lose a game like this, especially like they did today. I'm going to just start off with one big silver lining. I'll be honest with you now. The team's performance in the red zone is inexcusable.
Atrocious.
Inexcusable. But the offense looked better than it had all season today.
Between the
20s.
True.
Up.
Yep.
Between the 20s. They were slicing and dicing. They were coming out 1st and 20, 1st and 15 because of penalties and picking up those first downs because of the talent and honestly because of the play calling that was going on to get them into the red zone. And then the problem was once they get into that red zone, then all of a sudden that Spagnuolo defense just cinched up and made us settle for field goals. And early on, if we're talking about a 14-0 game off those first two drives, and that it is an entirely different ball game. But the problem is we settled for 3 on that first drive. Then the defense got us an interception. They scored points off that turnover. And then that was 10-0, and then the Chiefs began to score. And the reason why the Chiefs began to score is pretty simple. And here's the other thing people are losing sight of. Patrick Mahomes is really, really good at football. Like, he was throwing passes like an elite quarterback does, bailing his team out when the defense was playing okay. Now, granted, that 3rd and 20 give up to Jet McKinnon is also very inexcusable. But that in the second half was at a time when the defense was already pretty darn gassed and really it was I mean, that's not an excuse because honestly 3rd and 20 is inexcusable to give that up. But that's just Andy Reid knowing exactly what to do to put his players in a position where, well, maybe we'll get 15 yards on this thing and be able to score a field goal. Or if Jet breaks a tackle and we block it up, he can take it for a big one. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. So, yes, Kyle got out-coached today by Andy Reid. There's no doubt about it. Patrick Mahomes is probably the best quarterback in the league.
Yep.
Combination of arm talent and decision-making, and has his support staff around him. Our defensive line, I am really beginning to lose faith in this 100% wide 9 system that the coach
because you can run on it.
Is running
yes.
Because, well, you can run on it when we don't have Eric Armstead and Javon Kinlaw.
Yeah.
So we don't have them right now, and all of a sudden you see things like the line Nick Bosa up way left, and then line the other 3 linemen up way right, creating this big gap in the middle. All of a sudden it feels like it's like 3 on Bosa. It's supposed to create some sort of weirdness, but it didn't matter because Mahomes just got rid of the ball quick because he's that good of a player. So at the end of the day, this is an awful defeat. I will say, though, next week we're going to have a full week of Christian McCaffrey, and if they can just get their act together in the red zone, honestly, if they can do that, the offense looked fantastic in between the 20s today. And you know what? I'll take that back. Not fantastic. The offense looks better than it has all season in between the 20s in this game.
It was smooth.
A lot of that had to do with Christian McCaffrey.
Yep.
Okay, and Jimmy definitely screwed up in the end zone when he threw that pick, and that was the momentum killer.
Yep.
That was the momentum killer because that was coming off of a special teams turnover. So that there was the quintessential mistake of the game was that Jimmy pick. But the Niners are offensively on the up and up, and where we're licking our wounds is on defense. And one last thing, Ronbo, we got Trent Williams back. Tarvarius Ward should not have played, but played. Jimmy Ward, we just got him back. Mike McGlinchey is banged up. All of those players are not in football shape. And so we're limping along, getting this team back together again. I cannot wait for the bye week, and hopefully they'll be able to all get healthy. And maybe Kinlaw can come back after the bye and be something that we would want to see. But right now, our players coming back off injury weren't ready to play yet, but they need to play to get ready to play. So you know what?
I know.
They got blowed out this week. Go beat the Rams next week and stay undefeated in the NFC West.
There you go.
And key in on doing that next week. That's all I got, Ronbo.
And they'll make themselves feel better, and they'll make us feel better, Tony. That's the whole point.
Yep.
You know? Sick of this.
Exactly,
Going
Ronbo.
through 2 weeks in a row like this? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Tony, always a pleasure. Tell you what, I'll be back tomorrow, and hopefully I'll see you. All right?
Sounds good, Ronbo. Aloha. Take care.
Aloha, Tony. Oh, man. I shouldn't say this. Fam, we can't have 3 weeks like this. It's just, emotionally, we're not a fan base that's built for it. We're at each other's throats, I might unblock Local, but you know what? He really was out of line today. I mean, you're going to throw the N-word at me? Are you serious? What, have you lost your mind? This is football. You don't need to take it that seriously. Anyway, fam, I want to thank you for the contributions tonight. And I give you an option to hit that like if you want to. I'm not happy with this either. So, but subscribe. We do this all the time, and we're not always hostile if you just visit us for the first time. Shout out to Lewis, my God, a friend of Jack's. And we'll try to do this again. Tomorrow night in Raw, we'll calm down a little bit, and we can talk civil. We were tonight. Have a great night, fam. I'll see you tomorrow.